And welcome once again to another pre-EVO warm-up round for Guilty Gear Strive. We've had some incredible brackets already. They kicked off with the Asia region, followed up with the EU region. Amazing stuff. And of course, we have arrived at my home, North America. And with me is a North American fighting game legend, Nerd Josh. How you doing, fam?
You know, after, yesterday got some good festivities in, and I am ready to just play Guilty Gear the whole week. And what way to get ready for the week? By watching some of the best in this continent, this whole region, battling it all out. And it's already pretty stacked. I'm pretty excited. And I'm excited just to be with one of the GOATs here on commentary range too. So,
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yo, we're going to see who's the GOAT of today, though. Let me see that bracket. It's all about the players, baby. And we're going to start off not exactly with Rakir and K7 show off. Actually, we're waiting for one of the players to arrive home. So despite that being the top of the bracket, we're actually going to start off with EX Mist. X Mist, I'm not really sure how he wants that pronounced, to be honest with you. Up against Anime Freak, which should be a good one. We saw a little preview of their characters, and it will be high speed, to say the least. And then we're going to have Mana versus Jan in H-Town, which is definitely the match I'm looking forward to the most, because Mana is a very strong Zato player, and of course Jan in H-Town. We've seen Jan on these PlayStation events at the FGC Arcade doing work in Grand Blue. We've seen him doing work in Guilty Gear as well, so that should be a good one on that Potemkin. And then test your luck on that fierce Nagoriyuki. We saw him, I believe, get second place at NAICFC this past week, and then Informed Enigma to round it out should also be a good one. I'm not exactly sure who he plays, but we'll get to it when we get to it. You already know what the players will be playing for, however, is going to be that Cashola, right? First place that $350, second place $200, all the way down through top 8 to make sure everybody gets a little something, So if you make it here, you are going to get paid. And now if you do want to make it here, however, you can go to compete.playstation.com. That's where you're going to want to go to be involved with any and all fighting game events, whether it be the pre-EVO warm-up rounds or anything else we got going on here on PlayStation, Guilty Gear, Street Fighter 5, Tekken 7, etc. And beyond that, there's other stuff, just not fighting games as well. There's going to be Call of Duty and a bunch of other stuff, all on compete.playstation.com, of course. But that's, put to bed for now. I want the Guilty Gear Strive in my system. I need it pumping. I need it in my veins. And again, we're not going to start with that K7 Shaw for Rakir match. We're going to get to that a little bit later. Right now, we're going to start with the EX Mist versus Anime Freak. And I want to talk about my man EX Mist to start it off. I believe he is a Milia player, which, in this game, Milia is so dangerous. She is definitely one of those characters that can still knock you down and then run it. You can see hailing out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He's from the Hard Dungeon. I don't actually know about that or not, but you know what I'm saying? Just in case he is. That's my type of lore, you know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be stretched by the Stu Hart. He's gonna have the fundamentals down, and he's gonna need them defensively because this character can explode with the best of them, right? She is a glass cannon, and to be fair, the opponent, we'll get to that in a second. And of course, I want to address this win rate first. 83%. Oh. That is quite high on the 29 matches, so you can see he's been running it, right? Yeah, he's been knocking them down, putting the disc on top of them, and making them guess. That's what EX Mist likes to do, but his opponent also likes to make people guess, right? That Chip, another character that's highly mobile, but definitely can explode at any given moment, right, Nerd Josh?
No, honestly, Anime Freak bringing the Chip in, and like you said, he's gonna need some stretch from Stu here if he's gonna get in the ring with a Milia player. Any mix-up could be so much pain to the corner, but Chip, he may represent a pinata at times, but he has all the tools, all the options. He can really bring it together in a match. He just can't be wrong too many times.
Yeah, it's like you can't even be wrong once sometimes with Chip, right? Because, in certain cases, even when you're not wrong, you're blocking, and then the risk gauge gets cranked so easily in this game, right? You can start getting into that red, and as soon as you get into that red, any hit, is going to completely melt Chip, nearly taking him down to TOD territory. So, of course, with Milia, she doesn't really crank the wrist that much, right? She's usually like the small hits, the knockdowns into the run in the game. So maybe he doesn't have to worry about that too much. But we're gonna see. We'll see. EX Mist going up against his opponent as well on the Chip. Anime Freak. I don't know who's gonna get first blood, but we're gonna find out right now.
Oh, they're gonna be dancing around real quick. This is gonna be a super fast matchup. And I'm excited to see how the chips approaches, because those normals are definitely going to give a good lead in. But, you know, like we said before, if you're wrong, ooh, I like the air approach.
Yeah, and I mean, I talked about how the risk gauge wasn't going to get cranked that much from Milia, but she actually did take Chip into the red immediately. And you can see cashing out a lot of that risk with big damage here. Good luck on the cross up for now. But yeah, going to use that super for plus frames, however, jumps right out of it.
Oh, and a cross up right away. And he alpha blades in, but, you know, no same side shenanigans yet. Maybe has to mix it up just a little bit more to get that type of read.
Yeah, it could be right now. We're trying to come down with a drill kick, but avoiding Anime Freak, however, just harassing with the Chip. This is what Chip does so well. Immediate burst out from EX Miss as soon as he found that 2 DP into the RC. Gonna be able to continue the combo here. Oh, Anime Freak not really getting any clean setups here, but it's all right. EX Miss trying to get back into his game. RC and then taps him on the dome piece before landing real quick with it.
Yeah, that overhead was so fast. And now stuck in the pressure. Anime Freak needs to make a move. 30 seconds left. Oh,
I was gonna say he's got a burst available and he will use it, trying to hold on to this round, not surrendering it just yet. Awkward hit, so he can't combo off of it just yet. The 5 piece on the ground do act as an anti-air, just resets to the throw a little bit too early on the overhead, but again, just all setting up for the throw. So powerful in this game. No FD break required. 2 frames. I mean, you just get caught slipping.
Hey, if it works, keep doing it. And those 2 in a row got him through. Anime Freak now keeping the momentum. Has Milia stuck in the corner. She's taking that approach out, and it takes the trade.
And you have the cow pull and whatever jump button that was. I didn't actually catch it, but either way, EX Miss be able to knock him down in the corner once again.
Blocked over at this time, and the low. Wow, okay, going all about it. Anime Freak. Defense freak right now.
Yeah, you need that with these characters. We talked about it, right? Of course, Chip has the DP you can thread him with as well, but still, rough times ahead. Yeah, YRC to buy some reprieve here. Trying to keep it locked in this corner and does so successfully. Another throw. Now EX Miss, you know, he's got to be thinking about the burst of his own right. YRC's instead. I like that option, but doesn't actually confirm into a combo there. Knocks him into the Magic Pixel territory, but still can't get a kill yet. I mean, Chip, whether he has a pixel or full life, he's as dangerous as he can be.
Oh, the wake up throw gets through it.
Yeah.
And that was scary because one burst beat allowed Chip to come back just for another 12 seconds. Like that could have been the opportunity needed. Oh, what a counter. No clean combo there, though.
Yeah, we haven't really seen too many clean combos come out, to be honest with you right now. Both players getting the knockdown, but not really turning it into too much. But EX Miss looked like he was going to be able to turn that into a wall break. That's why Anime Freak trying to keep it on this section of the map, you feel me? Not trying to get spawn camped.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of those air hits, but getting caught on the ground. Uh-oh.
Yep, RC is the overhead again, but as soon as Anime Freak saw that the first time, he's been blocking it every single time thereafter. See if he switches it up to the low variation right now. The mount drill kick does keep him locked in, but immediate dash out and the knockdown here. No, a little bit too far for the empty low. YRC is the close S for the counter hit, but still, we are fighting and we are scrambling.
I mean, Anime Freak's getting a lot from this air movement, using these double jumps, moving all around play. He's not getting much off the J2Ks. He's just getting a sweep or, you know, a mix-up.
Exactly. I mean, I smell like a jump 2K into a throw coming, to be honest. That's how I feel like this round might end. Right now, the RC is going to keep the pressure on. Good block in the overhead and jump out on the command throw. Landing with a button. Anime Freak wasn't ready with a DP or a 6P on the other side. So this is going to give EX Miss a slight lead here. Anime Freak, of course, still has his burst available, but that one strike is enough damage to the poor glass cannon of Chip to take the first game. Good stuff from EX Miss. I mean, that's exactly what we were expecting, though, right? The dance.
Yeah, they've just been dancing around. It's like 2 Hornets going at it. I mean, I said it earlier, back in the day, they used to call these characters pixies, the high speed, high magic characters, but you step on them once and there they go.
Ooh, the 6P came out as a good anti-air, but DP was a little bit too short on the range to follow up properly. Not that time, though. Point blank into the RC, but Anime Freak kind of leaving a lot of damage on the table there.
Yeah, a lot of burst baits here. Leaving them, like you said, so much damage.
Yeah, but actually lands in, gets a back throw. Anime Freak scrambling to success. Oh no, the burst doesn't go really punished. However, we're still in the corner and finally sneaks in that overhead. Drift RC up, but he drops the combo. That was the round, and then he just eats the bad mood into the empty low. Oh no, my friend.
Wow. I want to see Anime Freak go for these like leaf throws after the J2Ks. He's really got good conditionment post that, you know. He's kind of been throwing them elsewhere. Oh man. Xmas though, just so on point with these high-low games off the disc. Getting that wall break.
Overhead again, no meter cancel this time. Ooh, nice air-to-air right there. Kind of playing at that range where he can counter the cow pull. Really smart stuff. 100% tension on the side of EXMIS as well. Ooh, cow pull again.
Oh, sitting on chrome.
No, he's got the gold burst. Oh yeah, with the 100% tension, you gotta imagine that he's gonna start taking some risks. Starts with the DP into the RC. Ooh, trade, and if you're Anime Free, you can't afford another one of those though. Spins that last bit of tension. Ooh, setting up the command throw. That was nasty.
Very tricky. Went for it again, but called out by the jump back.
Yeah,
he
really
missed.
Able to jump out, and again, right, we've talked about it though. Chip not really punishable upon landing from that command throw. Usually you have to hit him out of the sky, but Anime Freak hasn't been ready with a DP or a 6P as soon as he lands. So because of that, EXMIS has had some successful jump outs and punishes.
Well, nice cross up. Going right for it. I feel like EXMIS hasn't really been challenged a lot on this air approach when coming in, so why not?
Yeah, puts the disc on top of him again, and then the empty low, and I'm in. Anime Freak just can't find the correct decisions on defense right now. It is definitely tough. It happens against Million, man. She is one of those characters. She always has been.
Yeah, she gets a defensive read. It's her time.
Woo!
And EXMIS just been doing a phenomenal way of just always making his turn.
Yeah, exactly. Plus frames as well. Again with the super. Oh, preventing any type of jump outs. Yeah, with the wall break, that's gonna be enough. Xmas, EXMIS, whatever you want to call him. You call him moving along in winter semis because he just takes that with a 3-0, proving who the superior Pixie is, at least in this opening round.
Oh, yeah. And man, that was so intense. I feel like EXMIS is already ready for this bracket, you know, the 3-0 coming into it, but there's so many killers we're about to come back to on this bracket. So like, you do not want to be anywhere when you catch all of it. But let's get back to the match here. Man, look at this pressure.
Really good stuff. Yeah, really good stuff from EXMIS throughout the set. Of course, Anime Freak, yeah, with the back-to-back throws in the corner there. That's where he found a lot of success, was with the regular throws, the command throws here and there, but he kind of got away from that. He was just really trying to mix his opponent, I think, in annoying fashion rather than effective fashion.
No, I agree. Like early on, Anime Freak was getting away with a lot of strike mix-up, you know, but, you know, towards the end, we see XMIS getting around through this a lot, and honestly, jumping out of these throw situations. Nice empty low on that disc like that. And man, look at the chrome rose. You know, how many times did she hop off the rose and get that hit? You know, with Anime Freak, who just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, Cowboy I think is a very strong tool for Millie, especially in a matchup like Chip, where he likes to be in the air as well. It's a great anti-air-to-air tool, as well as a great anti-air button. So we see EXMIS going to be moving on again. He's going to be in one half of that upper bracket semis, awaiting the winner of Rakira and K7 show off. Again, we're waiting for one of the competitors to get home before we get that match going. So hopefully everything happens in a timely fashion and we can get that to you. But I believe next up, we're going to be dropping down to that Monib and Jan in H-Town. And then, of course, Test Your Luck and Enigma are going to be rounding it out. But Monib versus Jan in H-Town is, again, the match I'm looking forward to the most here in the upper bracket of round one. Monib, part of the Zato brethren. You already know that's my husband, though, bro. Like, he holds my heart. But Jan in H-Town is also one of my favorite players. However, I do want to start with Monib, hailing from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Ooh. Streams all the time as well. You can see his Twitch right there. And he is a lab monster when it comes to Zato. Most Zato players are, but I really do like Monib's Zato most of the time, is because he tries to implement the real stuff, right? Like the gapless stuff. He doesn't try to just take advantage of people's lack of knowledge of the character and kind of just overwhelm them. A lot of the time he does have good stuff figured out, even for the best players that are trying to expose those gaps that Zato has. So I'm looking forward to what he brings to the table. Hopefully some nasty setups, hopefully some nice compact pressure. On the other side, Jan in H-Town is going to be weathering that storm right on Potemkin. Now Zato versus Potemkin I think is historically a bad matchup for Potemkin, but in this game I do feel like Pod has some tools that he can utilize to fight a bit better. Because of the Mega Fist speed, it actually is able to Mega Fist between 2S and 4S and drill, as well as Zato's punishments for Hammer Fall and Mega Fist are just kind of whack. But yeah.
No, like you said, this has been a historically kind of hard matchup for Potemkin. But, you know, Potemkin does have a lot of tools to put Zato in check and really keep him hurt. Like you said, using the Mega Fist and, you know, trying to get those hammer falls appropriately. But let's see, you know, a specialist like Jan, who's been playing for so long, you know, they've fought this matchup through so many games. Maybe they have something that'll help here, but you hyping up Monav here, I'm really excited to watch a good Zato player. It takes so much execution, knowledge, and experience to bring that trifecta to really make this character work, and I really want to see this.
Yeah, Monav, I can't remember what tournament it was, but he did get into grand finals. He was one of the Zatos that happened in like back-to-back days. It was like No Kami beat Macho and then Monib in back-to-back tournaments of Zato mirrors. And yeah, but Monib is super good. Usually gets very far in whatever tournament he enters. So we'll see though. As you mentioned, Jan is a different beast though, and he's gonna have a lot of matchup experience here. So I don't think he's gonna be sweating this being historically a tough road for him.
Yeah, it might be Zato and another light for him, but a lot of the matchups very similar or the same.
Yeah, right now Monav already forcing out a burst from Jan, right? Didn't want to continue to give him that pressure in the corner. And yeah, that crouch D is really good in this matchup as well. Definitely quick and able to counter poke a lot of Zato's buttons. But the jump kick into the jump D, I mean, I think all of Zato's air normals are extremely good.
Good to know.
Nice. Mega Fist take him to the corner. Oh, just barely switch up the alley. Yeah, I cannot believe that tech throw happened on the ground.
Right? And Jan just now building meter post wire C. Gonna have to eat all this pressure.
Yeah, and that's gonna stick to the wall. Oh, he tries to unsub, gonna stick to the wall. Oh, he tries to unsummon and get the 6H. 6H is the optimal ender right there, but he was too high for it. Oh, the Mega Fist, though, that's what we talked about, right? The 2S into the summon. You realize the Mega Fist is going to blow you up, and the Heat Knuckle for the ender. Just like that, somehow Jan gets the W in the first round.
Yeah, the Hammerfall awareness. You know, the move is slower. I've heard some Potemkins complain it's not quite the same, but you can still use it in a lot of ways if you're looking ahead. And Jan, I saw that drill. Man, whoa, what a car throw.
No, yeah.
Anytime you block that jump H, oh.
It's so scary. Yeah, the PRC. Oh, and then connecting with the jump heavy slash. You can see big damage. Now, yeah, I mean, Pop Buster or Strike is going to kill you. It's so scary. I'm trying to hold on to this game for now. He doesn't have another life to spare, so he has to use the burst here. Nice combo. Yeah, but I like this too. Resummon the sword directly on top of him. That is a frame trap. You cannot press buttons on that.
Yeah, he got caught before the mix.
Putting out the ages. Yeah, showing some respect to it. Oh my goodness, recovers in time.
Oh, with the pixel.
He's trying to FD to not get chipped out here. Ooh. Oh my goodness, does get the oppose out clutch. Oppose called to absorb the Mega Fist in the back throw. Monav with the clutch play.
Amazing play there from Monav.
Ooh, there it is again. Oppose owning the Mega Fist. That is pretty much the counterplay to Mega Fist. If you could tell the Potemkin is happy to do that move, you gotta put the opposes out and punish him heavily.
Aye.
Ooh, that was nice. Yes,
got out.
6H out with the drills. He caught him low, but it was towards the end of the drills. Definitely gonna be a hard conversion. Oh yes. Now Jen, at this point, has to chase the Eddie down, but Monav gonna bring the fight to him since he's got Eddie and the corner. Claps him up again.
It's so hard, on the corner here, spending the bar and gets that counter hit, the walk down. So intimidating.
Yeah, just took the 6 feet counter hit hard knockdown and then went for a setup after. That was definitely very scary. Ooh. Manages to throw the close S before it becomes active. Backdash at the BRC. Oh no, as we talked about the drill getting exposed again by the Mega Fist. And the Pop Buster, is he dead? Oh, not just yet. Puts him on a pixel. He has the RC into the Heat Knuckle. And yeah, Monav not bursting in that moment right there ends up costing him the entire game. He did have that space you mentioned in between the Pop Buster and the Heat Knuckle to try to do it, but I don't know.
Hey, this is somebody that's been dealing with this bad matchup for almost 14 years. So, they're not going to wake up and be discouraged by the number of a matchup chart. They're going to play their best and use the tools and play the clock. And Jan just showed us that.
Jan has consistently come out with a Mega Fist whenever he's seen Drill. Ooh,
Oh.
the heat knuckle. Of course,
Yeah, he's
not
turned up the
unblockable in the
oven.
air, but yeah, it catches Zato slipping sometimes because of the flight, right? So you're holding forward just on flight. So
Or even if you throw like a preemptive air normal, it will
Yeah.
extend that throw range for him. You know, he will grab you.
And of course, choosing to break the wall with Sunboy because Amorphous is not going to come anywhere close to killing. So prioritizing having little Eddie meter for exactly this moment. Amorphous definitely going to kill this time.
Kick the can for good luck. And man, he just converted that so nice.
Man, this can kicks back though. You got to be careful.
I know, it's true. You got to get them steel foot booties up.
Yeah, for real. Oh no.
Hit my boys up in New York for a pair. Oh man, what a jump H.
All right, well, you know, Monem had the lead in this game for about, what was that? About 18, 19 seconds there on the 80-second clock.
Unfortunate, but you know, he's been doing really good job on the approach. Maybe has this layer 7 approach to call Jan out. Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh, the
I'm
wake
really
up button.
surprised. Oh my goodness. Monev just kind of being very faithful in his Eddie-less offense right there with the 6H. It did pay off. It did get some hits, but without Eddie, it's really hard to just overwhelm Potemkin continuously.
Yeah, that's kind of Eddie's weakness. He's mad average still. He has a little help from his friends, but you know, with that execution, the experience, and all comes together, this character is frightening.
Yeah, then gets the slide head knocked down from long distance. That jump heavy slasher, really good button. Ooh, double up on the frog, and that is going to be it. That's why he's immediately summoning into the sword, respecting the frame trap this time, and the burst out.
He is just jumping around, trying to get that turd. When is it? Oh.
Ooh. I'm telling you, man, every single one, whatever button you want to press as Zato in the air, it's good.
It all adds up in the end, and especially against Potemkin, this is a brick wall to take apart piece by piece.
Yeah, nice Eddie jump low right there. Of course, there was no more Eddie, so he's just using the RC to get as much damage as he can here. Oh, the slide head actually making a block before the frog connected.
Right? He got him out the air, but he didn't get Zato out the air, and Monet tying it up, and that was not easy by any means. He took quite the whooping before that round. It took a lot to wipe his brow and overcome there.
Yeah, definitely. Like we said, right, it's harder for Potemkin, but Zato in this match definitely be sweating too. So
Yes.
right now, already in the corner, and yeah, it's just so scary once he gets in that range. Good defense from Monev so far, and yeah, you got to start hard calling him out on the Mega Fist with the frog summons. Unfortunately, it's only one hit, but still, it at least discourage him from doing it.
Yeah, well, at least give that second guess, and you know, if he can't do it every time, then he's playing your game.
That was really good defense from Jan right there too. Monem was waiting for the YRC or the burst, and he didn't do it till mad late. So Monem actually committed to offensive maneuver.
Oh, the slide head from downtown. The jump, and you got to watch out.
Oh,
It's a throw or it's a low.
Hopefully your guessing game is on point. A little bit too far, but it's okay. The scramble working out, and oh, that was really unfortunate. Amorphous to finish the job there. I don't even know what happened, really.
He just enforced his own throw game. He's like, I can do that too.
Well, yeah, I guess he was
definitely
just
can do it.
outside of the range after the burst. That was unfortunate for Jan, 100%. Now Monem riding this momentum all the way to the corner, though. Has little Eddie meter available again, gets the counter hit, and yes, with the frog, that's going to be a full combo. Unsummons to keep it efficient as well.
Wow. One opposed to throw.
Is going to own the slide head. Yeah,
Wow.
put that away, fam.
Like, I didn't have time to explain. Honestly, one opposed the throw, and he got all that damage opportunity, and just started off with the super. Didn't even let Jan get started with the slide head.
Yeah, I really love that Amorphous right after the stage transition. When you have a hefty life lead like that, it'll catch people off guard, and people really love doing things immediately after the stage transition. And Amorphous isn't invincible on startup, right? So you don't really use it as a reversal a lot in this game, but you can use it. It is plus on block, so just throw it out and catch people off guard. Ooh, nice. And we've seen a lot of 6H with Little Eddie out because you get a mix-up afterwards, as you can saw Mana, but with the empty row there. Ooh, I love that. The 2S into the breaking the law to dodge the slide head.
Ooh, right through the second hit, a punch.
Wow, the jump K to combat the Mega Fist. This is really good stuff from Mana. Jan, though, slide head. He can start the game up. Oh, my
JK.
goodness. I thought he was going to air throw him. Instead, he's the one getting thrown damping in the corner.
And all that meter's back. You have to deal with the frog here. Mr. Toad's wild ride. BRC's through and gets the cross up.
Yeah, Monib. Oh, my God. The charge does, and you're dead. Monib went into a breaking the law setup at the corner right there to try to bait out a YRC from Jan, but he again did it so late that it ended up being a BRC and slowed Monib down. It actually happened right as he came out of breaking the law. That was like beautiful timing from Jan.
Oh, the break the law got him right in.
Yeah, break the wall. It's the 6H, the optimal wall break in there. Oh. Oh, the purple RC to force some mix-ups going with the Garuda impact as well. It's interesting stuff.
Oh. Man, Opposed doing so much near the corner.
Amorphous, we talked about that being plus on block, but didn't actually have any to make it happen. He does now. 2S into the frog summon. Oh, the overhead as the snakes came out. That was kind of nasty.
And now, possible set point for Mona. Can Jan bring this all the way back for the big bodies?
Ooh, well, this is a good start for sure. Already has him in the corner. Oh, and then blocked the burst just like that. Monib on life support. RC gonna be able to break the wall and finish the job. Just like that, you have half life. Nah, you got no life. Jan, 2-2. I mean, that really happened in the blink of an eye, bruh. Like,
literally got the starter and, you know, just did not guess one throw.
Yeah. Really unfortunate stuff with Mana, but that is the nature of the matchup, right? Eddie has so much neutral control, but as soon as that control slips away from you, it could be all coming crashing down. Great block on the burst there, and a clean punish as well.
The damage.
Yeah, Amorphous wall break in there because he has full Eddie meter anyway, so might as well take the damage in there here. Ooh, I really love that. Utilizing this 6H heavily, it's a really good throw bait. It's a really good low crush move. Yeah, Monib has definitely been utilizing it better than I've seen most Zatos, including myself.
Just jumping in there.
Oh, I really like that
for the setup.
That was sick. Yeah, the unsummoning the raw oppose just to make Jam block.
And that corner opportunity here. This might exactly be what Monib needs. Oh,
yeah.
no.
We're not going to be able to kill just yet, but oh, yeah, overwhelming Jen in the corner right there. The jump kick and then just the dash down into the throw. Great stuff from Monib right there, taking it 3-2 in a thrilling set.
Man, that was just intense. Jan was fighting so hard, but honestly, it just wasn't enough. And, you know, as we brought the matchup up, you know, I felt like Jan kind of was like disregarding whatever we said at first. He was making it look easy, but, you know, time after time and after all the information and cards were unveiled on the table, Monib just getting that flush and cashing out in the end.
Yeah, it was a really good stuff from Monib we saw here in the early rounds. Just kind of making sure he brought Jan to the corner, and yeah, that's when Jan didn't realize that it is indeed a frame trap. When you go from the Sun Void directly into the drills like that, you can't press the button. So that was an exposure that we didn't see Jan get hit by again, but still, just because you survive that doesn't mean Eddie's turn is over, right? That's why the character is so powerful. Really good heat knuckle right here. We saw this when Monib tried to approach with a flight, again exposing himself because of that.
From downtown.
Ooh, that was a clean counter hit conversion as well. The 2S providing enough hit stun to get the frog from long distance. Thanks for being a big body Potemkin.
Yo, that BRC opportunity here into the dust, though. Jan really brought it back to that final game with that, but man, Monib just so oppressive. Just had the right read, and especially on this last round, I like using that unsummon to get that corner approach and clean up. So smart.
Yeah, definitely. And then right there, catching his opponent off guard, right? Just tapping him on the dome piece real quick and then getting in there with a throw. Well done from Monib. He's going to be moving on to the upper bracket semis to await the winner of our next match. As you can see, Anime Freak and Jam both dropping down to the lower bracket. We'll get the updates on their matches as this tournament progresses, of course. But next up, indeed, is going to be Test Your Luck versus Informed Enigma. And again, Test Your Luck has that Nagori Yuki on deck right? We've seen him at ICFC, got second place to Punk, I believe, at the latest NA version of the tournament. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's one of my favorite characters to watch, of course, as well. I'm not as familiar with Informed Enigma, but you know, that's one of the beautiful things about these PlayStation tournaments. And just in general, Guilty Gear Strive has brought a lot of new blood in, right? Maybe some carrier or some players that have played only 1 or 2 fighting games beforehand, or maybe this is their first one. And test your luck, you can see 24 years old, definitely a young buck out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and has been holding it down from Montreal, right? He's been doing work, I believe, not just in this game, but in general in fighting games out of the Montreal scene. But yeah, that Nagoriyuki is dangerous, bro.
Super dangerous. You know, took out SQ as well. Very strong contender here. MTL, they'll be chanting all the fellows back home. But, you know, Informed Enigma might be, we might be uninformed on the experience here. They might actually come up. But, you know, this 78% win rate, you know, this kind of character kind of has to take those opportunities. You will guess wrong with this character at times. But when test your luck, test that luck, and you see it coming out. You know, we've already seen some of the players they've been able to take out in the past couple weeks. So.
Bruh.
They got the mirror.
Yeah, Nagoriyuki mirror, Informed Enigma out of Sacramento, California. West Coast
repping us.
In the building. Indeed, at 19 years old. Goodness, I call the 24-year-old a young buck, but this man not even hitting his 20s yet. Can't even drink in the States. Well, man could definitely drink some blood. He's going to be looking for that command grab to try to start going ham. That's what Nagoriyuki does, man, especially when he gets that blood drain. That's when the 214H go burr, and it's just like overwhelming offense from the character.
Yeah, I was going to say so many contenders here. There's so many sharks, but maybe the sharks won't even get it. Maybe the vampires here are going to be the ones going to get the blood first. So I have no idea. This is a mirror that is super intense. And as certain players like Tess, Hotashi, and etc. have been showing the potential of this character, I'm just seeing more and more Nagoriyukis and Celestial every day now. So who knows? This character was kind of downplayed a little bit in the early betas, but now we're seeing this character do a lot of damage and kind of bring that coin flip out into their advantage.
Yeah, I think everybody's awake now. This character is cheap, bro. Like, I mean, the blood gauge system at first, people had to get used to it, but especially with the revelation of the 6H OTGs, I mean, this character has become a lot more manageable when it comes to the blood gauge. And just in general, people have seen how potent that offense is. I mean, if he didn't have that blood gauge, he'd probably be the best character in the game, you know?
That's true. No, Nago has to wait his turn, but he has so many ways to steal turns and make you guess once it is. And you really have to watch that meter. When a difference to level 1 to 2 can be so huge on how you approach.
I mean, man, Test Your Luck is already building that blood gauge up a lot in level 3 or level 2, whatever you want to call it. And he's got him knocked down and getting the 6H OTG as well into the 236K. That command dash presents a dangerous OP scenario.
Aye, just coming in. Informed. Woo! Oh, that Dust is informed. Definitely saw that he was blocking low. YRC.
Ooh, right back at you, though. That's the character's primary tool on defense, right? Of course, no limits reversal besides the super, so you got to be looking for YRC when going up against the Nagoriyuki, and you got to be looking for that. The blood gauge pop. Informed Enigma, definitely informed of his character's blood gauge as well as his opponents here, and making the most out of that pop.
Yeah, super nice play. And I feel like a lot of people aren't ready for this matchup yet. Maybe, like, I'm not sure. You know, a lot of people are afraid of Nago. Do you think that people are afraid of playing the mirror? This seems like a pretty intense mirror.
This looks, pretty fun. But, I mean, the thing about Nagoriyuki is that he is really bad once he gets put on the back foot. And, I mean, Nagoriyuki's offense is super strong. So, oh my goodness, it's one of those scenarios where I think, like, the offense of the character is really good against himself. But that's what you got to do, right? If you have the 50% intention to threaten with it, you got to let him know you're willing to do it. And, of course, that super also drains blood after a period of time as well.
Yeah, that's a good. That's good that you brought that up, because sometimes he's in that club where he needs that IV throw for punishes.
Oh no, he's a popping Informed Enigma. He gets command grabbed as well. Yeah, and that was so meaty on the mask put on. He just canceled it to the 214H. He had the blood drain still active, so he was gonna push the envelope.
Yeah, unfortunate with the lack of tension there. Had to get chipped out, but putting the pressure back on, he does not want to be in the opportunity again.
Yeah, exactly. But he already has quite the blood gauge built, so Gotta keep that in mind. We saw both of these players actually pop in rounds 1 and 2. So, ooh, does get the tap dust this time into the RC. Test your luck, gonna get wall splat, so no burst available there. Oh, dodges the command grab. Gonna be able to RC as well. He did get the gold burst, so his pockets are fat with tension. YRC that is blocked. Only a slight punish though.
Oh, what a whip punish.
Yeah, test your luck, and then he gets another command grab. And yeah, he was at like 2.5 bars, so good stuff to put a stop to that there. But the 0-1 block 2-1-4H, not expecting him to just reset the pressure with the 5K, and then hitting him low as well as he scrambles on the wake up. Informed Enigma actually taking the first game.
That was so good by Informed Enigma. Like, literally going for that low and that positioning. Tess just thought the bite was coming, got clipped.
Indeed, and we already are back at the corner. Ooh, the delayed 2-1-4H that time. Oh no! Oh, Canada, test your luck. I know you're representing Montreal, bruh, but don't do it with the burst, fam. Wall splat into the command dash, wall break. My goodness, Informed Enigma here.
Right? He's trying to send
real
him,
good.
He's trying to send him to some smokes poutine early. He's like, nah, I got you, bro. Get some extra meat for me. Oh, nice counter.
Oh, the charge does so much damage. No burst available to prevent this as well, man. Even with the most effective health in the game, this man, Nagoriyuki, is feeling the pain. Does block the tap dust this time, but you're still not out of the offense. He got a bite off, so he's just going ham, pushing it. The 2S this time, and I mean, that second game was over before it even began, it felt like. 2-0.
Yeah, Inform's just doing so well at this approach. You know, I really like Tess with punishment and all that, but Inform's just been doing great at just pressing the moment and forcing Tess to guess more.
Ooh, and there it is
what a
again,
2S.
another clean whiff punish, yeah, from Informed Enigma. And again, resetting that pressure with a 5K has worked out really well after the 2-1-4H. This time, test your luck instead, trying to reset his own pressure. Draining some of that blood with the big normals. Utilizing it again with the command dash. Staying in. He's actually going to pop after this. Yeah, I mean, this man is dead, bro. Yeah, into the super as well. Good stuff from Informed Enigma. Again, knowing when the blood drain was going to pop, but I didn't expect it to actually go down like this. I didn't realize that he wasn't going to drain the blood during the cinematic. But all right, tap dust will finish the job. So that's actually bad, huh? I didn't realize that you shouldn't go into a super when the blood drain happens.
That's interesting. You at least had to wait for it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, does jump out of the command grab. Huge defensive choice from Informed Enigma right there. And then again, these delays on the 2-1-4H, the Beyblade have been destroying Test Your Luck.
Trying to end this early. The Sacktown legend.
Let it rip, brother.
The young Sacktown legend.
Oh, does actually clip him with the last end of that string right there. Wasn't expecting him to commit to it. Oh, what a bite. Cutting it short and then getting the command grab. Yeah, I cannot believe he just didn't start going with the 2-1-4H. Just playing it a little bit more safe. The blood is popped.
This is Test last chance. Literally can get chipped out here.
Ooh. The Beyblade. Now we got a quick burst out and a beautiful air-to-air. Was that the jump kick? I'm not sure. Either way, Informed Enigma. Jump kick and test your luck to the lower bracket as he moves along in the winner's side.
Yo, that was just so good, Rinch.
Yeah.
Like, Informed Enigma just came in so strong. And honestly, just that type of play carried him through the whole time. He didn't get tested in any form of, like, comfortable measures except for that game one. I felt like game one was so close, but he had some great reads and then he just ran with that momentum and energy.
Yeah, he caught Test Your Luck off guard a lot of the time. I think Test Your Luck, when you play the character, sometimes you have a way of thinking about how the characters should be played or how you think they're going to be played, right? Even if it's not how they should be. And I think when it came to that, Test Your Luck was very much caught off guard by all the timings and the rhythm and the choices of Informed Enigma, right? I mean, those delayed Beyblades were destroying him. He got counter hit like 3 or 4 times by them. And just because of that, I think it was like, I would never do this on my side of Nagoriyuki, right? And when you think about that, that is what kind of can lead you to getting opened up by this stuff, just because you wouldn't do it and you're that character, so you feel like you would know what's best, right? But sometimes you don't.
Yeah, I felt like he was playing a little more conservative compared to Informed Enigma. But
For sure,
you know,
for sure.
you know, honestly, this is Guilty Gear, and even if it's Strive, it's a different game. You know, in Guilty Gear, you can play characters multiple ways, and sometimes in the mirror matches, you got to come out of your comfort zone and rush a little down, or get them to start taking the gambits you need.
Yeah, 100%. And Informed Enigma really just overwhelmed Test Your Luck, right? And I really do usually like Test Your Luck's Nagoriyuki. He does super well at pretty much every tournament he enters. But as you mentioned, it's a lot on the back of being able to whiff punish and kind of control the neutral with Nagoriyuki's long range and his access to his different specials. And right there, Informed Enigma never really let him play at that range. He just kind of got in and overwhelmed him. And we talk about how weak Nagoriyuki is once he's put on the back foot. So good stuff to Informed Enigma, just taking a bulldog approach to it and able to defeat his opponent. And it looks like, unfortunately, that Rikir maybe not able to show up, or K7 show off, just able to get the 3-0 off stream. However it was handled, Rikir is into the lower bracket. So we have our upper bracket semis set. You can see K7 show off versus EX Mist, and it's going to be Monip versus Informed Enigma. So good stuff to all of our competitors so far here for this NA rounds. And again, if you want to get in on any of the tournaments going on, you can go to compete.playstation.com. That's where you're going to want to go to get in on the Guilty Gear Strive, all the pre-EVO warm-up round stuff for this game, for Mortal Kombat 11, for Street Fighter 5, for Gundam, all kinds of cool stuff for fighting games and beyond. Again, can all be found at compete.playstation.com. However, if you're looking for more upper bracket action, you're going to have to stick around for a quick break because I need to get a drink. I need to compose myself after what just happened. We'll be right back here. Please do not go anywhere.
Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world after you. My God is my word. Your words will never let me disobey. I'm blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world after you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of love. Know the smell of love. Know the smell of love. Know the smell of love.
What is good, everybody? We are back with the NA Guilty Gear Strive PlayStation Tournaments EVO warm-up. I'm here with the GOAT of commentary, Ringe, and we are here to bring you through this upper bracket winner semis action. Ringe, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty dang well, man. I've been having a day full of Guilty Gear from the wee hours of the morning, starting in Asia. Now we're going to end with the NA, of course, EU sandwich between with a phenomenal bracket as well. But as you mentioned, we are here at the upper bracket semis. We're going to start with that K7 show-off, who has been showing off these Strive skills since the launch of the game, getting top 3 placings and multiple online tournaments, a staple of the PlayStation tournaments, not only in Guilty Gear Strive, but in MK11 as well. He's going to be going up against EX who we saw had a very dangerous Milia, and then the other side of that, we got Monoman and Formed Enigma. Of course, in the lower bracket, we're going to have Anime Freak versus Rakir, who could not make it in that first upper bracket match, but hopefully can make it for his opening round in the lower bracket. And then on the other side is Test Your Luck versus Jan and H-Town. I cannot believe that is honestly a first round lower bracket match in this top 8, but one of them is going to be going home in with only the $50 to the name, and I expected both of those guys to be around the top 3, to be honest with you.
Honestly, they've been in a lot of top 3s in the past couple weeks, but you know, that's how heavy the competition is. You know, the cream of the crop is here, and sometimes it flows to the side when it's just top 8 here. And you know, I'm actually excited to see both these Nagaryukis. How are they gonna affect these matchups that are gonna be coming up? But you know, K7 show off with EX Miss. I don't know. Like, that Milia action is pretty strong. Leo has all the options to kind of, you know, fight back, but once he's down, can she keep him down? That's what I want to know. So you in the chat, y'all should get on this poll. Honestly, that NRS mix-up's pretty strong. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I mean, K7 has been super impressive to me. I think he's been one of the best players that I've seen in Guilty Gear Strive, to be quite honest with you. He has always got the Leo execution on point, able to convert into the wall bounce combo consistently, almost off any hit. But beyond that, I think he is... how do I put this? His balance between flash kicking and not flash kicking is very interesting to me. Like, he doesn't abuse it too much, but he's never afraid to let it rip. And of course, that's the balance. That's the fine line you always want to walk as a Leo, right? Is to do it enough to put the fear in your opponent's heart, but not do it enough to get you recklessly killed. And that's like, we'll see what type of line or how he walks it here today. But he's good at utilizing all of Leo's tools, honestly. The back turn, the plus frames out of the stance cancel from H. He's really good at using the guard point stance, the fireballs. I have a lot of confidence in him in this matchup, but of course, EX missed as well. One knockdown, and you might not get to play again.
True. Yo, honestly, I'm glad you brought that up, though, earlier. Like, ooh, he is so good at instilling that flash kick game that you're forced to play it. And here it is already.
He's not one of those Leos that's just gonna wait till he has 50 meters to do a flash kick. Like, he is going to do it and risk it for the biscuit almost every time.
No, the way you said it, you know, you were trying not to say he's random, and I don't think he's random either, but he will let you know that it will be coming eventually. And wow, starting it off with that fireball, not letting her get off.
Yeah, I think that is the best projectile in the game. So fast, multiple hits, and I mean, just in general, with the charge time being as minimal as it is, he's just able to bring it out in scrambles, on wake up, whatever you want, and a great guard point stance into the attack out of it for the big counter hit. Already just walking up on her with a back, pardon my back, as Yipes would say, gets her low into the Liger Bomb. Oh my goodness, one hit away from death, and he's gonna RC to make sure that happens.
Yeah, that glass is broken. Show off. Living up to the name once again. Quick finish, going up 1.
Yeah, and that glass that was broken, you ain't even talking about the wall. You talking about Milia, right? That is the glass cannon, and she was shattered by the Leo, the second king.
My Greek fans screaming Opa right now. Hype for that glass broken.
K7, one of my favorite parts about K7 is the jab anti-air conversions. He is actually so sick with it.
We'll get the low start, but no, flash kick right out in the cross up.
Oh, which way did he go? My goodness, the hesitation, ankle breakage. K7 gonna put this man in a cast. Looking like Kevin Nash,
for that
bro.
dance.
Be able to get the hard knockdown on the hair car though. Ooh, does catch him slipping. And yeah, of course the flash kick was coming out, but he had the RC this time. Gonna wait for it, jumps out of the Berserker slash setup, puts the disc on top of him to make him guess.
Good RC back, but just back enough to not get the conversion. Air to air, block the flash kick. No punish, but gets that overhead. The slow comeback to the break, still not done yet.
Okay, K7 not gonna blitz it this time, but again, just the dash back into the S fireball, bro. It is so fast.
Unfortunate. And the
There it is
heartbreaker
again,
there.
bro. The 5P anti-airs into the conversion is so sick. K7 is on point. Ooh, this time the back turn jab, and he converts off that as well. Guard break into the hard knockdown, 18 frame overhead. My man's just getting lost in the sauce right now. 6P anti-air. Drifts forward. Which way is he gonna go? Oh my goodness! Finally gets clipped by the 5K into the Liger Bomb. Perfecto.
He is just too on point here. Like the immaculate rush down here. He is just getting all the highs, all the lows, all the throws, and he is nailing a majority of these juggles that come with it.
This man K7 off to the races to start this for sure. Gonna be interrupted there, but the flash kick doesn't care what side you're on. Again.
And he just has the lead. He's like, no, throw, play my game. I don't care if you hit buttons, do it. I want to see it.
Yeah, and EXMS finally just had enough. Wants to burst out and actually gets the side switch as well. K7 though still letting the flash kicks rip. That's 3 flash kicks successfully this round. EXMS not baiting him out, and he's gonna make him pay for it. Ooh, caught her low. I like that a lot. K7 exposing the ankles after exposing the dome time after time, right? Conditioning his opponent. And just like that, on a winner's finals point.
Flash kick back. And the throw. The X-Miss has had enough, but the throw back.
This man K7 just woke up, micro dash throw. Long distance on that anti-air. Are you serious? I didn't know it had range like that. And great awareness from K7. Real optimal right there with that ender, because he could have done the super to OTG and get the wall break, but he knew he was close enough, and he knew the health of the wall. One more H was going to wall splatter for that optimal damage. And I mean, 3-0 just in dominant fashion from K7, but that's what I expected, man. I said I had a lot of confidence coming into it for that match, and he showed me why.
I know, honestly, we've seen him in the brackets time and time again, going against all of them. And we saw him go the distance with Lord Knight. So you know he would be prepared for a matchup like this, even with what EXMIS had in the pocket. But man, like you said, the Liger Bomb brought it with the fast RC, ending it there. Wow.
Yeah, that was so good, man. K7, he's just running rampant, and EXMIS, like, you could never really find the baits that he needed on the flash kicks. Ooh, yeah, and that S fireball right there. And that's another thing, right? EXMIS was looking for the bait on the flash kick that time, was trying to play super safe. And when you do that, that just gives Leo an opportunity to start ruling the neutral again. And with that fireball, it's such a good tool. I cannot believe that anti-air hit from that far.
Right? Yo, he did such a good job on the risk reward. Like, just look at how he used those flash kicks, even without the meter.
And look at him progress in the upper bracket once again. He's going to be in winners finals, awaiting the winner of Monib and Informed Enigma, of course. You can see in the lower bracket, EX also dropping down, awaiting the winner of Test Your Luck and Jen and H-Town. What a reward you have right there, EX Smith. First K7 and then either Test Your Luck or Jan. I mean, that is a rough bracket to go through, but it's going to be a rough bracket for everybody. That's the top 8 caliber of players we have here at the pre-EVO warm-up rounds for Guilty Gear Strive and A. And of course, next up is going to be Mono versus Informed Enigma. And I'm down to gush about my man Zato. And this is a very interesting matchup, I think, for Zato in this game. At the very early, like, beta rounds of this, I really thought it was heavily favored in Zato's side, but nowadays I think it's pretty even because both of the characters can get rushed down. If one of them gets knocked down, it's pretty much curtains for the other because of how overwhelming the offense is for Zato and Nagoriyuki and how bad their defensive options are. But if Nagoriyuki ever gets like high blood, it is mad difficult for Zato to summon Eddie without getting smoked. So when that happens, it is a very slow paced game. One of the slowest paced matchups I've seen in Guilty Gear Strive. Like, they would just sit on the opposite sides and like Zato will summon, oppose, unsummon, try to harass with drills. It's really interesting. We'll see if it gets there, of course, because it can be very fast as well if one of the persons gets knocked down.
You know, personally, I like the wait outs. You know, I'm a longtime Street Fighter player as well. So, you know, personally, if you have a matchup where 2 players have so much respect for each other that they're just waiting for the opportunity, that actually gets me super excited because the mental stack has so much pressure on each side. They're trying to make that croucial read. So, hearing that, I'm really excited. But I'm also excited to see how is he going to navigate this crouch H, man. That crouch H, man.
It's definitely just a huge space control tool for Nagoriyuki, and right now he's already got Zato in the corner, and then tests Monum's reactions out the gate with the charge dust, forcing out the burst, but 2S beating him to the punch after the stage transition. Let's go.
Ooh. Well, the dust.
Yeah. Left some gaps there, a little bit weird when it came to the pressure, but still got the dust at the end and had the frog available for the big conversion. That's exactly what he needed. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, Informed Enigma gets in, cracks his dome open as well. When Nagoriyuki gets this high blood like this, it's going to be hard for Mon to get things going. But with the drain, it should be easier, actually. Nice jump out of the throw.
Not a lot of life here, though.
There we go. There we go. I like it a lot right there. Going to be able to crack him open with that 5K.
Yeah, that 5K, 6K post spin. You know, he has good advantage after the spin. And Zato is a slower character. He's going to have to be a little crafty.
Yeah, but already knocked down in the corner like this is not a good look. Oh, yes, beautiful PRC to cover the whip command throw into the air throw.
Ooh, man, not even letting Mana play here. Informed Enigma.
Yeah, like, I'm telling you, when you get to that blood range with the Nagoriyuki, man, like, none of Zato's normals reach. Like, you talked about the 2H, it definitely becomes hard for him to harass with, like, flight and super jump, and then the Eddie summon becomes very difficult as well, so Informed Enigma doing a good job. Oh my goodness. Bruh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Usually you see so many people get intimidated by a pose, but Zato can be thrown during it. And remember, you got to keep in mind, Nagoriyuki has above average normal throw range, him and Potemkin. So yeah, that was a really good stuff.
Yeah, sometimes that big body gets to you first.
Yeah, exactly, and that's really important on the opposed type things, right? Where you figure somebody's gonna come up and throw you, and instead Informed Enigma the one to land the command throw to end it.
Oh, he is just on fire here. And Mana just going for the speed demon route. Don't even let him play. And yeah, bursting for the momentum. I get it.
Oh, catches them low, but just real quick, Mono seeing them trying to creep too close. There's a couple of 2Ps out there, buys him some space for now, gets the counter hit on the 2S. It's a knockdown. There you see, using the drills to harass, nice on summons, putting the oppose up by my man YRC, and still made his way in.
Oh, jump in. Oh, coming in, wow. Oh, here comes Frog.
Yep, that's going to be it for the Eddie meter, though. Use it on the drills. Does get the RC off that 100% tension. Amorphous does enough damage. Well done. I was a little bit concerned. Nagoriyuki got a whole lot of guts, but still not enough to keep him alive. yeah, the 214H go burn. Really good at catching the startup of a pose right there. Oh, and then the 2H you talked about it. My goodness, melting his life away. Even the command dash to get the super full cinematic. I mean, he's dead. With the super damage and the wall break, smoke.
Throw his hand style on that. And while I did say that, I wasn't even inferring to level 2. He had the level 2 Blood Rage one. The hitbox on that is even better. So, you know, we talked about it earlier in the tournament set. If you're just coming in, gotta watch out for that leveled up Nago.
And that was so good. He used the projectile that Nago has to just completely destroy all the drills. That was wild.
Yeah, I mean, bringing that name informed. He's come in ready for a lot of killers in a lot of matchups now.
Ooh, and then catching him slipping again with that 204H. And now high blood gauge is going to be tough for Monib. As soon as he gets put on the back foot, he's not going to be able to summon freely whatsoever. Ooh, actually trying to jump in, lands on it, but that's what I'm talking about, bro. He even tried to summon a pose. He wanted to absorb, but still got clipped during the startup.
Oh, this little Eddie meter is going to help.
Gonna use the RC as well. Wants to bring him to the corner. I don't blame him. We're going to get a Sun Void, yes. He's going to be able to break the wall. Still have little Eddie meter available because of it. Yeah. Oh, it formed Enigma, though. Trying to hold on to this round. Not ready to surrender it just yet, but unfortunately, he will draw, or excuse me, fall to the jump H.
I mean, he threw the Cali burst out, the young Sacktown legend.
True.
We all got weaknesses over here on this coast. So
yeah.
It's cool. We've all been there.
Yeah, from NorCal to SoCal. Oh, yes, I like that it does have the RC available as well. Oh, no. Okay, some interesting pressure in the corner there after the wall splat, but it ended up getting a wall break successfully.
Trade.
Yeah, his blood gauge is going to be increasing tenfold. He did manage to slow it down a bit with a couple of little strikes towards the end. No more little Eddie gauge and the YRC. Backdash blue RC. We've seen that a couple of times from Monev just to get out, buy some time for little Eddie to come back.
That's a really good. I think backdash BRC is really good. Like, we're going to see that a lot more as this game develops.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. The opponent chases you down, they get slowed. But really good punish right there on the Blood Rage prop from Monev. Damn thing is one of the ideal punishes in the entire game for that. It actually lasts the entire duration of the blood drain, so it does increase damage, and as soon as he comes out of it, he has to put the mask back on.
So unfortunate. But for Monev, he's going to need that one. Oh, starting up.
And from the Enigma, he's at that range where Nagoriyuki wants to be in this matchup. You can see, oh, I can't believe that 2H didn't clip, respecting the oppose there.
And he's doing a good job of getting opposed to come out, but just blocking and not getting tangled up. Oh, the crouch heavy.
And yeah, he's going to swing, but you can see with that distance, he doesn't put himself at danger when he swings on oppose, but that is very dangerous. The YRC gets blocked, counter hit punish as well, PRC, so he lands on that. And then the RC to combo off the dust yet again. Very nice, very nice. Even unsummoning mid-combo. He knew he was going to wall splat. Now he has the full Eddie meter available here. That's why he's going straight into it. Ooh, try to nullify the projectiles with his own, but the blood rage pop is there. I love that. Piloting the Zato right there, using the flight, smooth landing into the throw punish.
Yeah, Monev getting a better approach here. It's the second time he's been able to do that in the last 2 games, so maybe he has a good read now.
Yeah, good stuff from Enigma, seeing the opposing jumping out. Not swinging on the way down too. That's a lot of, or a mistake a lot of players make is they'll jump out of the throw when they see the opposed, but then swing on the come down and then get smoked by the snakes.
Sure.
Ooh, nice air throw right there. 6H OTG as well. YRC grabs some reprieve for a second and a great BTL to actually avoid his YRC. Oh yeah, but he didn't actually combo with the frog a little bit too late on the release. Working now, Monev wants to control this space here because even though Formed Enigma has the 2 bars, if he has him in the corner, it kind of nullifies that range, but he doesn't have him in the corner anymore. In fact, he's in the corner. A beautiful air throw again, reading the fact that he was going to jump out of that attempt. My goodness, and Formed Enigma now on set point. Oh, already stomping him out. Oh, and then catching him low directly into the charge does, my God, his life melting away here. Now, Mono, you gotta guess, fam. He's got 2.5 bars, exactly where he wants to be. RC to put some more pressure on you. Even spinning the 214H to put him in a 0-frame scenario, and we talked about it. Longer throw range than normal. Grips up Zato, perfects him to end it, and Informed Enigma makes it to winners finals.
Man, and we thought about it. We're like, man, these matchups against Naga Ryuki, you know, they can be a little stressful. And, you know, Informed Enigma really taking advantage of a lot of those situations, really not getting Monub to be comfortable in so many situations. And, you know, a character like Zato, you know, needs that control. You know, not being able to get that turn, that's huge.
Yeah, exactly right. He needs at least a moment of time to start setting up his game, and that's why I think Nagoriyuki can give him some trouble, is because he can overwhelm him in a multitude of ways. If he gets that first knockdown, his offense is extremely potent. It's very hard to get out of. And then if he does get that blood gauge going, I mean, in the neutral, it's not easy to set up shop either, and we saw Informed Enigma do a great job of not really giving Mana many free summons once he did get the high blood gauge, right? Really controlling with that 5H, the 2H, pretty much the heavy slash normals always being a huge issue. And Mana played super well, right? Like I said, he's a very good Zato player, but sometimes the opponent just has a better day.
No, that's true. Oh, what an air throw.
Yeah, and the air throws, that was like the biggest adjustment, I think, from Informed Enigma. Was, oh my goodness, what a test right here. We're going to see another air throw, I believe, to end this very soon. And he was just coming out, like, he made the adjustments, right? Monib knew that he was going to be coming for the command throw a lot of the time. Oh, that was just the regular throw to end it, that's right. But once he gets that blood gauge and operates at that high level, they're thinking about the command throw to start draining it, right? And because of that, my man Informed Enigma just started RCing and going for the air throw instead. A beautiful adjustment, and Monum going to be dropping to the lower bracket. Jan in H-Town able to defeat Test Your Luck 3-1. So man, EX missed. I mean, good luck, brother. That Milia up against the Potemkin, she could obviously overwhelm him, but she wants to be close. And I mean, Potemkin wants you to be close. That's going to be tough. But definitely good stuff to all of our competitors so far. Again, if you want to be part of the competition, you can go to compete.playstation.com to get in on the Guilty Gear Strive, the Street Fighter 5, the Tekken 7, the Mortal Kombat 11, the Gundam, the Call of Duty, everything you could possibly want to get involved in regarding PlayStation and competitive video games. You can all find at that website. And just in general, a bunch of cool videos about the talent, in-depth analysis regarding the games, and just in general, all kinds of wonderful things over in the competitive video game sphere. But until then, we're going to take a quick break here on PlayStation and EVO. We'll be right back with more Guilty Gear Strive. Please do not go anywhere.
This is who you are. My vision Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world over you. My thought is my word. Your words will never let me disobey. I'm bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world over you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of love. Know the smell of love. Know the smell of love. Know the smell of love.
Welcome back once again to the pre-EVO warm-up rounds for Guilty Gear Strive. Of course, the NA branch has been going down hot and heavy. My man Nerd Josh has joined me. Nerd Josh, how you doing, fam?
Yo, after today, I am doing great. I can't wait to watch the rest of this event going on. And then after use what I've learned today in these online streets. You know, there is so much Guilty Gear information being spread that's new to me. You know, these players are playing every day. They're making the meta different every single hour. And I want to catch up right now.
Yeah, you know, we definitely going to be fiending after this, but this is the way the bracket has gone down so far. K7 show off able to, well, defeat Rick here. He actually couldn't make it to the event today, unfortunately, but hopefully we see him in the future and able to actually compete. Of course, EX Miss also able to take it over Anime Freak, but fell to K7 show off. Going to be awaiting his match with Monib very soon. Monib was able to defeat Jan and H-Town in a thrilling first match, 3-2. Fell to that informed Enigma Nagoriyuki, who proved the superior Nagoriyuki against Test Your Luck today, at least. But now we are going to get started with that K7 show-off versus Informed Enigma upper bracket finals. I want to hear what everybody has to say in the chat about it as well. And it's going to be Leo versus Nagoriyuki. Both of these characters, though, have proven to be quite successful at the high rankings, at least in NA, right? We've seen Sonic Fox do plenty of work. We've seen K7 do plenty of work. But we also seen Hotashi and Fame96 do plenty of work, as well as Test Your Luck. So all of these Nagoriyukis, all of these Leos are showing out, and now we're going to get the battle between the two.
Yeah, honestly, two super explosive characters going at it towards each other. I really don't know what's going to happen here. I know Leo doesn't like getting in on the zoners, but so does Nagoriyuki. But they both have some zoning tools, you know, the projectile fireball and the long range normals. Maybe one of them can obstruct the other's approach, but I'm not sure. Like I haven't seen this matchup that much, so I'm actually pretty excited.
That's what I was going to say. I'm just trying to think of when this has happened, but I feel like I haven't seen it much either. I definitely feel like the S Fireball from Leo could definitely present some problems for Nagoriyuki in the neutral until he gets Mad Blood Gauge, of course. Once the blood gauge gets up there, then he'll be able to contest like during the startup of when he wants to throw it. And then that will make Leo think a little bit more about it and perhaps go to the air, and then the 2H meta can start up. So we'll see. But I think from jump, Leo's going to have the upper hand. It's all about Informed Enigma. But he's done a great job of being very explosive at round starts, using the 214H, using the projectile to get high blood quickly and put his opponent on the back foot. And then even if it returns to neutral, he has really good normals to contest because of it.
True. I wonder to see how the blood works out here, because, yeah, level 1-2 Far S might be what we need against Fireball. But, wow, the cross-up overhead.
K7 pick it up right where he left off. Oh, my goodness, the back and forth. The side switching, but like that. That's what we talked about, right? The big normals are going to be able to contest that fireball once he gets the blood leveled up and in range.
Yeah, he can call it out. He just has to be sure.
Quick guard scene. Not going to touch the toes just yet, though. The delay still catches him slipping at the last moment. Nice throw. And oh my goodness, such a reward off of it. Ends up going into the back turn and then throwing with the Liger Bomb. Wall break puts him on a sliver of health. That is probably the least amount of visual health I've ever seen in Strive.
Right?
Like, I cannot believe the literal pixel of health that was still showing.
Man, reminded me of school lunch trying to get second. So like, all right, here you go.
So I need a second chocolate milk, bro. That's what I was always about.
Oh.
Double up on the cartons.
Woo. Well, he's gonna need something sweet to take him back this round. Oh man, the wall bounce combo.
We're gonna need some milk at the end of this. That's for sure. At the very
He
least.
needs some milk.
Right now, yeah. And I like this from K7. He's like, all right, bro, if you're gonna stay on the other side, I will put this heavy slash fireball out. But for somehow, some way, Informed Enigma has him in the corner, taking it right back. Oh, a couple of berserker slashes. I mean, K7 really. He really knows how to do mental damage towards the end of the round too. Like the way he finishes rounds oftentimes sends a message to the opponent, and it's like, bruh, I know that you're a little tilted. I know that you aren't playing your best defense against this character right now, and I'm gonna show you that you're playing even worse than you thought.
Yeah, he's definitely shown he's a player that will take freebies. If he smells weakness in your defense, if he knows that you're reacting a certain way to a certain flash kick setups, he will abuse that and take advantage.
And just as you said, the flash kick setup, right, is the classic Leo flash kick setup, the 2D on block into it. And Informed Enigma wasn't looking forward to start it off. Does get the corner, though. We talked about the increased throw range.
Ooh, back dash out of range.
Yeah, right. That was just out of range of that. Heavy slash fireball. Yeah, that was going to go the full space, so he just jumps over it.
It's like dodging bullets in the Matrix. Ooh, wall combo.
Yeah, right there, I believe if you in the wall splat with that last hit of the S sequence, you cannot get the 6H wall break, so that's why he just went with another far S.
Oh.
The RC. Yeah, he waited for a second there. You saw that's why he waited a moment before that headbutt. Good disciplined bursting from Informed Enigma. Ooh, oh no, he didn't get the throw still. I thought the BRC to slow him down was going to make the throw super easy, but unfortunately for him, K7, he just got that protagonist power, apparently, the top player privilege.
Yeah, that heavy slash fireball paying off. But the break off.
No.
Yeah, he just had to let him know he was all pent up. And at the unfortunate time, cleaned up.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that Informed Enigma was going to pop right there. I guess he bet that last bit, hoping that this 6H would prevent him from popping, but it did not.
The throw. And the overhead. Oh, wow.
Yeah, K7, oh my goodness, another overhead. Gonna be able to break the wall with a super as well. There's gonna be plus frames on the stage transition. Informed Enigma does have the super. Oh, instant block into the YRC and the charge dust. All right, wait a minute.
How many of these dusts have hit today? Wow, Enigma.
Yeah, he is testing his opponents and they are failing, but K7 now is like, bro, don't test me twice. Gets in with the flash kick. Now, of course, the burst is still available, but one strike might be it, and yeah, when one strike is enough damage, you don't even get the opportunity to burst. 2-0 already for K7.
Yeah, that double meat cross-up. You know, he was too hungry. He wanted to go home right then and take that win.
Ooh, and my favorite win quote. Only two things in this world are insurmountable. A mother's recipe and my genius. The little characters in Guilty Gear feel themselves as much as Leo, and that's a statement because most Guilty Gear characters feel themselves. Yeah, it was really good. Using the Nagoriyuki projectile again kind of clashes with one hit and then nullifies the second or something like that. It looks a little funky, but it is really good at clearing the screen of projectiles. It's an anti-projectile projectile. Ooh, yeah, good command grab because he was definitely gonna pop if he didn't get that command grab in there. Good.
I feel like I saw a frame of flash kick in there. I mean, you know, it's probably subconscious, but
yeah, I mean, could be right. Of course, it could have gotten thrown. Obviously, it's susceptible to getting thrown.
Try to send a dust message.
I know. Informed Enigma, he's like, bro, that's part of my playbook. I am ready to block it, unlike the rest of you. Okay, 7. Wow, ends up air dashing back so late against the jump S. Stuff like that shows me how good he is.
He's flying around like Spider-Man over here.
Oh, the clash! Wow.
Good juggle. Back to the corner. And what a jump in.
We'll be able to break the wall as well. Whole lot of red. And be able to drain a bit.
Oh, the Rekka RC's it.
Ooh, we didn't realize he had the super. Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
One round away. We might have that 3 in a donut here.
Ooh, Berserker Slash actually didn't cross on the second time. Instant block. Ooh, instant
Wow,
block again. I'm trying to remember
Young
what
legend.
what the frame data is on instant block. It's like different for Berserker Slash. I think it's like -1 or something, but he doesn't want to even try to contest that is.
I mean, you talked about a mother's cooking. He's trying to get that home cooked donut right now.
Yeah.
3-0. Oh, the whip super. Oh, still pressure and the low.
Oh no, instant blocking leaves Leo point blank and at +2. So, you know, good thing you didn't press after that instant block. I forgot. I knew that normally it's like -6 and it's different when you instant block. I didn't realize it was +2. I just thought it was like a very close to 0. But unfortunately for him, yeah, those instant blocks not going to help you in those scenarios. And I mean, nothing helped him up against K7.
Yeah, honestly, K7's relentless offense just came in, and Nagaryuki just literally couldn't really get started or couldn't add up enough. We saw some really cool whiff punishes from Naga and all that, but we saw a lot cooler mix-ups, a lot cooler call-outs, and a lot cooler flash kick reversals on neutral.
Yeah, K7 again, we talked about it, right? So good at using pretty much every tool in the arsenal of Leo. We didn't really see the guard point stance come out too much, but guard point stance seems very hard to use in this matchup. It seems like very exploitable by a 2S from Nagaryuki, so I can see why that one stayed holstered. But pretty much everything else came out and was letting it fly.
Agree. I mean, he had a really good job of staying at a certain range till he got his turn and then just calling out the defensive habits of Informed Enigma.
And there you can see he put himself on set point right there and then just didn't let up. Yeah, the reverse beat from the 6 heavy slash into the 2S be catching people off guard all the time. The headbutt. My goodness, bruh. Oh, yeah, he ended up dropping that, but it didn't matter, right? K7 immediately recognizing that, going into the 6 heavy slash, and again, the reverse beat 2S. People just aren't really used to that. They see the big heavy slash normals come out, and a lot of the time, the specials following it, and with that reverse beat 2S, it really throws people off, especially because that 2S hits low. So K7 gonna take his spot in winner's side grand finals as the Informed Enigma awaits the winner of Monib and EX Mist. And wow, EX Mist actually defeating Jan in H-Town 3-2 on that Milia. That is impressive, bro. I was expecting Jan, with how good he is on that Potemkin, like, I mean, just 1 or 2 hits will destroy Milia's life bar, but I mean, he didn't get those enough times. Great stuff to EX Mist, and I believe that's the next match we're going to be going to, right? Is that Monib EX Mist X Mist loser semis match?
That's super exciting. You know, you said it. I kind of went in thinking Jan would kind of have the advantage. You know, the veterans, you know, with the backpack on, you know, he has the experience. He's got all the tools, but no, EX Mist taking him out. We didn't get to see that necessarily. So hypothetically, all I'm thinking is maybe Millie just never let him play. You know, those 3 games, knock him down, and maybe we'll see that coming up again. Mana bringing that Zato and Milia. You know, these are the Assassins Guild. You know, these characters are nothing to. Don't slouch on these characters. They're going to knock you down and make you play their game the whole time.
They're both very dangerous characters, and it is the fated matchup, right? Zato and Milia, of course, in the lore. Fated lovers, mentor, apprentice relationship, all kinds of things that they got going on. And unfortunately, Milia did smoke him eventually until he got resurrected. And now we're going to see if Monib has that power up against the character in the lore matchup, or if EX Mist can repeat history and smoke the Zato once again. But as far as how the matchup actually plays out, 80% for Monib, a lot of faith in that Zato over the Milia. But as far as how the matchup plays out, I think it's a really interesting matchup, to be fair, in this game. Of course, Milia has very high mobility, can kind of overwhelm Zato in certain instances. But because of what posed in this game, you can't just mindlessly throw yourself at Zato, right? Because obviously we've seen so many times where you do that and then you get 2H counter hit and the frog loops come out and you wish you never played Guilty Gear Strive in the first place. So because of that, you're going to have to be a little bit more careful, but she can bait out the opposed pretty easily because of her high mobility. She can kind of dash multiple times, stay away from it, dash in and do a jump H, and then cancel that into another dash to get away from the snakes. So we'll see. It's definitely an interesting matchup, usually, from what I've seen.
Yeah, they definitely have the air mobility. They have options to kind of keep each other second guessing. But one thing they both share is, you know, the relentless pressure and mix-ups from both sides. So I'm wondering who's going to keep the other one still in the dark here. Who knows?
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one right there. The callback to the Eddie the Eddie tracks. I see you. But yeah, we need to kind of make sure that as far as the players go, right, it's all about getting that first hit. And of course, that's really the name of the game when it comes to these characters specifically, because both of their defenses are super bad, right? Both characters, 6 frame normals. So yeah, I mean, the slowest jabs in the game is possible. Milia does have the invincible reversal, but it's going to cost 50% tension. And of course, the second and third most low life in the game. So yeah, anybody that gets put on the defensive first is going to be screaming for help very quickly.
Yeah, whoever the treasurer is at the Assassin's Guild, you got to buy some better armor for my piece.
And already coming out big 2H. I mean, we talked about it, right? You got to be careful approaching as Milia, because if you get opposed 2H, this is the damage that you can receive. One combo puts you into guts range. It just be like that, fam. And yeah, I mean, with the meter here to cancel, you're going to have to maybe just hold on to that burst for next time. Oh, yeah, Mana thought he would have had to put the Dickies on, get in the 6-3, cruise down Sunset. That had to be the most California burst of all time to do it there.
Yeah, but, you know, held on to it, was sure would need it later in the set, but already losing half the health in 9 seconds. Gets the jump in, though. Burst right back. It's like, hey, I've controlled everything till now. I'm not going to let you play.
The BRC, actually slowing down the recovery right there. That was an interesting little tactic. Perhaps to be explored later on, but Monib right now, of course, trying to explore the rest of this life bar. As EX Miss does have him in the corner, but too far to convert off of any more of the overhead, really. Oh, yeah, I had to burst to save his life at that point. Actually got clipped by the second hit of Frog, which is easy, hard knockdown pickup. I want to see more of that air jump slash from Milia, as well as our really good air-to-air button. Anytime Zato takes to the sky, should be looking for that.
Ooh, what a tech.
Yeah, ooh, I like this Monib playing the breaking the law game as well, just in case she gets too over antsy. Oh, tried to snatch her out of the sky. Capel actually defeated whatever that was. I don't know if it was a frog or what.
Did that actually save him? And oh, no, he got the frog. I thought it knocked him down, and then he hit right away for a second. That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, I think the Cowpool hit some type of Eddie. It was hard to make out for sure. Oh my goodness, already found the, you still ate like half of the frog loop, which did half your life, so still, it's very hard. Because that frog loop, oh my goodness, it's not the easiest thing to burst either. Yeah, if he would have completed the combo, she was actually dead. It was one of the common drops right there from Monib. Not to say he drops it a lot, but that was a common way to drop the combo.
Nice, that pressure in the corner. Oh, the blue, but no, gets thrown.
Yeah, that just goes into the amorphous. A pose in the background, just a pose on him. I like it. Monib now, a point away from going up 2-0.
He didn't have a burst, but it doesn't matter.
Well, getting the knockdown setup, and yeah, I mean, you gotta exploit Zato's bad defense now. He's been exploiting your bad defense left and right. Knock this man down. Don't let him play again. Yes, delayed overhead. This is exactly what Milia wants to do, and in the empty low. Good wall break here. Not going to do it with a super, though, so we're going to be back at neutral. And we've seen how fast her health bar can get deleted. I like that super a lot to nullify Eddie. What in the world? I thought that neutral was going to result in an air throw, but it does not. Either way, gets the knockdown and the kill.
Wow. And it was looking a little scary there. He got the meter back. It was like, oh, can he get another frog setup? But no, Monob's getting rushed down by EX Mist right now.
Yeah, this is a good job from Mist. He'll be able to burst out. Yeah, doesn't want to give that momentum back. Oh my goodness. Actually did get the second hit and a great adjustment on that backdash from Monib. Definitely a Zato veteran right there. Making sure that she stays sandwiched. But however, he's going to have to guess after this stage transition with the frame advantage. Ooh, BRC backdash actually gets the 6P off, but just trades second hit of Frog. That's going to be a hard knockdown. Mad damage here. Doesn't get the 2S, just went with the far S instead. Slight execution error. FD to avoid the chip here. Missed though, trying to make his way in. 6P dodging the jump in with the upper body invul, but not actually anti-airing Milia. Oh, the hair car caught him flinching.
Man. We gotta wait here. Yo.
Yeah, it was a really good stuff to miss right there. Able to just commit to it. I can't tell if I don't remember if he had the RC available or not to make it safe, but either way, betting it at the end there, and Monib just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, no. And that rush down, oh man. He was just going in so fast. Like, I felt like he was on the ropes, and then literally it all just came down to like one moment of Monib mashing to try to get out of a block string, and he just turned it on right there. He was like, oh, I saw the wall crack once. I lost that opportunity. He just wanted it.
Yeah. And I mean, this is how this matchup goes, man, right? It's one of those where it's like, whoever's on defense, it looks like the matchup's terrible for them, right? We've seen Monib just run over the Milia player in the first game, and then, of course, bouncing back. Miss was able to make Monib look like he was suffering, right? And that's what we talked about. Zato gets knocked down once, made him guess a couple of times, and those guesses are really hard to make. Of course, Emilia, you know, a lot of the Emilia players lament her damage, right? It's not as high as a lot of the big characters in this game that are hitting hard. But I tell you what, if she could hit as hard as those other characters, I'd be real mad, because those setups are harder to block than those other characters. So she'd be able to open me up real easy and then just delete my life bar. Because, man, yeah, those diss setups, and if you can condition your opponent to respect the real stuff so you can start doing the cross-ups and the delayed nonsense, that's when it gets real difficult to do anything against that character.
No, I agree with you. If she did any more damage, I would be scared.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is the
launcher
replay from the first game, bro. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. And, yeah, the wall break on top of that, just literally taking her from 100% health to guts range. It was wild. Ooh, the BRC as well. That was a really good from Monib right there. I think he was baiting out like a YRC. And in situations like that against the opponent, when you're trying to bait out a YRC, sometimes they're committed to a timing and they'll do the RC anyway, and that will result in a BRC because they're not in block stun. And BRCs can get thrown, right? They got 7 for the startup. They can be hit out of it. And if you're already committed to a throw while they're right on top of you, the slowdown doesn't really do anything, right? You can't get any button out in time if they're already committed to that throw. So that's what we saw there from Mana. Very good stuff, just to kind of combat and counter that YRC type defense.
Yeah, honestly. And like what you said with the BRC, you know, it is a really strong tool, but you have to use it correctly. You know, there is a window when you're in defense that you have to know when the block string ends and there's a gap. So, you know, having that risk is huge, especially if you whiff YRC and they're not affected by it. That's like a pretty strong punish. That's what, like 17 frames or something?
Yeah, the YRC, YRC on block I think is -16 or -17, one of those two. So yeah, extremely punishable, and counter hit recovery, right? So it's not even just the fact that you're gonna get a punish, but you're gonna get a counter hit punish. So yeah, YRC, that's one of the things I think people are they're starting to get it. They're starting to bait out YRCs more and more. But at first, on the forefront of our mind was just a burst, right? We were really just making sure that we were baiting out bursts. But we've seen how reliable YRC has been defensively. So a lot of players are starting to bait that out as well. And you mentioned -16 counter hit recovery. Like, it is a massive reward if you do get that bait. And Zato is better at baiting those than most because of that breaking the lock cancel. You can actually put a normal on somebody and they react to it with a YRC. And if they react too late, the breaking the law will actually dodge it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But he's going to need some dodging here. EX missed is just rushing it down. Oh, got around the frog.
Yeah, and just to update everybody, Mono did win that game. We got disconnected, so a whole game happened before we were able to get back in. So this is going to be game, or not game point, but, you know, very close for Mono if he takes this round.
Possibly, yeah. Thanks for that update. Oh, wow.
Yeah, hair car hard knockdown. Goes with the empty low. Good block with the YRC afterwards. But I love that from Mist, right? Off the YRC, as a Zato player myself, we are thirsty for those throws after the YRC. Being that close to the corner, he wanted to put Mist there, and Mist did not let it happen.
Ooh, the posing right into it. Gets the burst.
Yeah,
clap your hands.
Oh, I love that right there. The 6H into the piercer stuff right there, getting the empty low to the full combo. Yes, put the Sun Void on her again. The frame trap, she's not going anywhere. Wow, that FD, it looked like an instant FD. It pushed him really far away.
And no fear on the jump in. Oh, the double approach on the heavy.
Oh, yeah, Mon, if the burst is building back, he'll be able to build it from this round before he actually dies fully. We'll see if Mist has a bait out here after the stage transition. We just raw some of the pose right there. He's not going to have any more little Eddie, though. Miss, it's your time to get in, man. You still got
in
tension as
there?
well. No conversion off that does slow him down, but oh, the double mace.
Man, that hair weighs a lot more than you think. Tried to jump into that air grab and just got smacked.
And just like that, EX missed, finding himself tying up the set.
Yeah, gonna go. Winner goes to losers finals. Lower bracket finals.
Oh yeah, and Miss finds his way in there, but for now, able to go back to a neutral game. It gets the closest anti-air as Monib was trying to scramble with an air. Yeah, but the bad moon. I'm going to be able to break the wall as well. Back to neutral we go. Monib not betting on the opposed this time, does get some space back with the punches, but we talked about it. Miss just maneuvering around the Zato, actually maneuvering around the opposed very well on top of that, and then getting the cross up on the disc setup. Set point for Miss.
Wow, and just calling it all out off a Chrome Rose setup, feeling themselves, and it's paying off again here. Wow, what a double cross.
Betrayer, that's what she did before, right? Just repeating history. The double cross on Zato and the Lord, the double cross on his wake up. And now he's looking to put him out of the tournament. Actually, I was going to say it's a lower bracket, but nah. This is already lower bracket. Oh my goodness, the first. My man Monib, the Canadians are representing their country heavy today. Test your luck and Monib, both bursting in the skies. And what a way for Miss to end it. In typical lore fashion, Milia putting Zato in the grave once again.
Yeah, Miss just playing ridiculous, running it all the way back with that rush down. And wow, like, I love that close slash launcher combo so much. You were talking about, man, please don't do more damage. But, you know, that launcher combo be giving those Marvel vibes for me. I'm like, yo, she's going pit screen. Yo, let's go. Yeah. He did such a good job of just bringing that back and assessing the defensive situation that Mana brought forward to him.
Yeah, 100%, man. I really like the fact that Miss was able to bounce back, not get discouraged. It's really easy to get discouraged when you get hit by these frog loops, right? It is a mental blow. And he never really let that bother him. He was just able to keep playing his game. You can see right here, that's when Mana was running wild. You see the BRC getting thrown, the amorphous kill. But even then, this is when Miss still brought it back, right? That second game, he put a W on the board. He broke the wall here with a frame advantage. And I mean, when you're in that scenario, it is so tough to get out with Zato, even if you have the YRC.
True.
You can see
and
here.
Smith had a really good job of just, you know, coming from the above way more often and bringing those double mix-ups out off the hard knockdowns. And wow, using that YRC, but called out on the throw. Ooh.
Yeah,
and
that was a
scary.
huge decision.
Yeah, no. Taking those double air dash mix-ups are so hard on hard knockdown, but he was doing a good job of stealing turns in neutral too with it. And, you know, you can get away with those, but they're a lot easier to call out when you're not knocked down.
Yeah, so some super clutch choices, right? You mentioned jumping out of the YRC throw attempt, that big jump heavy slash when he BRC'd to try to get the air throw as well. That was another huge choice that Miss made that ended up paying off. And yeah, paying off big because he's going to be able to move on, guaranteeing himself a top 3 finish, getting some more money in his pocket. And we're going to be moving on to a Miss versus Informed Enigma here. It's going to be Nagoriyuki versus that Milia. I don't think this is a match we've seen yet, right? Yeah, Miss fell to show off in the upper bracket, so it's going to be a first meeting between the two. We've seen Informed Enigma be very knowledgeable in a lot of the matchups, and we're going to see if he can kind of control the skies up against Milia once again. If you can get those blood level ups, the 2H will completely delete Milia a lot of the times if she gets reckless.
Yeah, you said it. Like, that's what I'm waiting for. Is I haven't seen this matchup that much, but man, pinata action. Like, will she be approaching from the air and exploding with candy for Nago, or will she come down with all that blood money and get it into the grand finals? Who knows? Yeah,
I'm not sure. We're gonna find out very soon. Of course, I want to know what the chat has to think as well. Informed Enigma has been putting on a show. He looked a real solid up until K7, right? K7 just kind of overwhelmed him on offense. So we'll see if Informed Enigma can kind of compose himself a little bit more, had some time to relax, kind of take a break from that K7 set and now refocus on whoever his opponent was going to be, one of these low health characters in Mist or Mane, right? He already defeated Mane once, so I think he was pretty comfortable with that matchup. Of course, he's going to see the other opponent, EX Mist, who he hasn't actually faced today, but we talked about that Millia could definitely get deleted. Of course, we talk about Nagoriyuki's weak defensive game, though, too, so if EX Mist can kind of maneuver around, get the first knockdown, it will be real tough for Yuki to get her off of him.
Yeah, we've seen characters like Potemkin get knocked down by characters like Chip or Millia, and they really have to guess so fast, so many times because of how big their hurt box is compared to where the mix-ups go and where the opponents can be. So this should be interesting. Nago definitely has some of those qualities, so, you know.
Yeah, and Nagoriyuki also has a really good close-S anti-air. You're going to be looking for that as another option for Millia being constantly above him because of her air mobility, so look out for that one as well. As far as Millia goes, maybe she'll be looking for some Capels in those situations. Try to maybe anti-air the button that's coming out from Nagoriyuki, perhaps.
That they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting,
But yeah, we are getting into it again. This is going to be losers finals here. We're going to have Nagoriyuki versus Millia. It's going to be Mist versus Informed Enigma. Both of these players vying for an opportunity to face K7 in grand finals. Get that lion's share of the pot. Man, unsheathing the sword. We're getting the lore. We're getting the intros rocking. Okay. Oh.
Millia versus Nagoriyuki.
All right, here we go once again. Taking it to the jungles. Very proper stage for Guilty Gear Strive, I gotta say. And now you can see Mist, yeah, doesn't want to get reckless at all. Ooh, the gold burst coming out from Informed Enigma, though. It's going to make him very dangerous very early. Nice, the closest. We mentioned it for Nagoriyuki, but actually Mist is the one that uses it to anti-air first. I think he blocked that wire. See, I couldn't actually see. Maybe he got hit. Either way, the charge just comes out again from Enigma. We've seen that pay dividends over and over again. And Millia actually has a shorter throw range. This is actually something that's a really cool nuance in this matchup, is the fact that 214H leaves you 0, but it leaves Millia well outside throw range and Nagoriyuki well inside throw range because of his increased and her decreased normal throw range. Ooh, actually too far for that charge just to hit. It's going to give Mist a huge opportunity here. Yeah, no burst, no YRC available. You just got to make him guess one more time, fam. Hair car into the mix-up. Overhead, the wall break will be there. And that's what Mist needs to do if he wants to keep getting W's in this set. Ooh, command dash. Wants to get real frisky with the start off. Capo, though, actually just ends up putting her in the corner. Yeah, this is where the Nagoriyuki game starts. And again, the 2K into the charge does. It has been deleting people's life bars throughout this whole tournament for Enigma. Now Mist, yeah, putting the disc on him again. Capo to try to get close, but a great jump K. My goodness, Informed Enigma. He's always got these interesting answers to the situations his opponent presents. Plus frames, staying alive. Yeah, you can see the FD coming out. Enigma not even trying to give her any chip damage. Make her earn every single quarter she's going to get. Ooh, nice delay air dash, though. Enigma immediately going to burst out. Ooh, the stab from the top rope, the rafters, ruling them, and a big trade from Enigma. Well done here. Going to be able to force a round 3 in this game 1. Ooh. And yeah, just in case you guys don't know, are like, man, Rin, stop hogging the mic. Where's Nerd Josh? Nerd Josh actually has to restart a little bit. Some technical difficulties are going on. So it's just going to be me and y'all getting real intimate for this losers finals for a quick minute. Informed Enigma is going to kill here because this super is going to break the wall on top of it and do the damage it needs to take down Millia. So that's 1-0 to the man who was already waiting in lower bracket finals. Mist, of course, coming off that big momentum of really utilizing Millia's great mix-ups up against Mane. But he's running into a different beast here in the Nagoriyuki. He did a great job in that very first round, but it was really close. And those next 2 rounds, not as close. Informed Enigma really imposing as well in his game plan. But right now, that's what Millia is trying to do to the Nagoriyuki. Obviously weak defensively. We got over a couple of times. The command dash, catching him flinching with a counter hit, and then actually baiting out the burst, but not a big punish. You're giving Yuki a chance to play that he shouldn't have gotten. Man, he is really trying to test his opponents with these dusts as well. Ooh, the command dash. Wow, actually the command dash is going through each other. That was super sick. Both players obviously having access to them with these characters. Ooh, 2H, big whiff, but only a slight punish right there. Mist not committing to anything else. Bullying her with the 214H games. 5K afterwards as well. Of course, I can't remember how fast his 5K is, but Amelia, again, her fastest buttons is 6 frames, so definitely a bully scenario there. But the one getting bullied this time is Nagoriyuki. Again, just Amelia overwhelming offense once he's kind of on the back foot. Capital to avoid that range when Nagoriyuki is right under her. Regular throw here, draining some of that blood with the big normals. My goodness, where did her health bar go? It was like a throw and a couple of chip damage moves from the big normals, and she's already at less than 50% life. Knockdown though, yeah, delayed overhead, clips him high. Ooh, and then clips him low. And I'm thinking about both ways now. Going back to the neutral, but missed. Oh, he has a way to close the distance. Going with a double jump into the Capel. Oh, tried for the air throw. A little bit too far away at this point. 100% tension on deck. YRC does hit Milia this time. YRC right back, but it is blocked from Informed Enigma, punished heavily. We are in the corner. 6H ain't going nowhere. Oh my goodness. The 6H hit and he canceled into the 214H, the Beyblade, but the way the cancel worked out, it didn't actually clip her. However, it got him into throw range, and Informed Enigma always going with that scramble right there, baby. The 2-frame throw. Oh no, and again, just as I looked away for a second, the charged dust coming out, rearing its head. Informed Enigma, my goodness. Off to the races once again, very close to closing in on a 2-0 lead. Tries for the dust, my goodness, he's gonna do it until you show him that you can block it reliably. Put the onus on your opponent to make something happen. That's what I like to see in the fighting games. Oh, yeah, you can see that. I got to punish, and he charges the dust, and it is blocked by Informed Enigma. We've seen a couple of his opponents try to respond back with that, but he's been ready every time. K7 tried to do it. He blocked it then. Informed Enigma been the one that's been landing the dust left and right. Tries to get a throw there, but a lot of block stuff because of that air normal is being blocked. However, the Beyblade once again letting it rip time and time, and Informed Enigma out here with a 2-0 lead just like that. Man, this is good stuff from our Nagoriyuki players so far. Of course, Capel once again trying to maneuver around, but Mist, I think, is kind of using that Capel just as a maneuverability tool. I kind of want to see him drop into like anti-air range and then use it to try to challenge the buttons of Nagoriyuki. Oh, we have getting the cross up. We're going to get an instant burst. Oh, and the 2H has her in the corner now. You do not want to let her escape. Tries to reach for the throw, but recovered in time to not get heavily punished. However, again, the Cowboy just to switch sides on him. YRC to stop that for a second. Ooh, but again, actually puts her back into the corner. Wasn't expecting that. Informed Enigma once again on the defensive foot. Bad moon into the RC drift up, but drops the combo. Okay, it's all right. Hit him in the back of the neck. No Wu-Tang here to be found. Oh my goodness, protect your neck, please, Informed Enigma. DRC just putting the disc on top of him, utilizing this pressure, really just keeping it compact and overwhelming Enigma at that point. Caught him reaching at the end, and lessons are being taught. Oh, the Cowboy again. Yep, this time not going to be able to switch sides because he was already with his back to the corner. Oh, he actually canceled it to the Beyblade right there. Instead of the command throw, Mist wasn't flinching, but still ends up getting clipped. And a great air throw right there. He had been really relying on that Cowboy movement. And this time Enigma adjusted his spacing to get the air throw successfully. Burst, I mean, Mist, yeah, trying to hold on to this round here. He has another round to fight regardless of the death. I think it would have been a better decision to hold on to that burst. I mean, in hindsight, it is 2020 after all. She died, so of course it's very difficult to make those decisions in the moment, though. Oh yes, gonna threaten with that far S string. Gonna use that command dash as well to put the pressure on her. And another moment of those Beyblades whiffing, but Mist is expecting to have to block it, so he just gets thrown in the middle of the scramble. Now very close to the death, but Mist. Great anti-air button right there, and what a conversion. This is definitely something that Milia has. It's one of her best strengths, corner carry conversions from almost any hit. But so far, we're continuing to put this pressure on. Bad Moon coming back out. Actually caught him flinching on the wake up as well. EX Mist trying to survive. Put all this magic in this pixel that he could possibly muster. But yeah, you got to be wary that chip damage can come out from those normals from Informed Enigma as well. The heavy slash normals do be chipping. However, right now, Mist trying to chip away at this lead that Informed Enigma has. The empty low. He's going to get the wall break. Doesn't do it with a super, though. I think it would have put him a little bit more on life support. I don't think it would have been the kill. And of course, the Beyblade letting it rip one more time. That has been the tale of this set. Losers Finals ends in a 3-0 for Informed Enigma. Yeah, I mean, Mist had a hell of a showing the whole set, but sometimes the Nagoriyuki, the vampire damage, the power levels of this character in the GG lore, if y'all don't know, vampires on the upper echelon, and sometimes the poor Milia just couldn't keep up. So thank you all again, once again, my man Nerd Josh having a little bit of technical difficulties, so we're keeping it locked and loaded, just me and y'all, you know what I'm saying? So that was Losers Finals. It's going to be Informed Enigma getting his run back up against K7. So we're going to see something very soon. We'll see if Informed Enigma can kind of have some of those answers that he couldn't find up against K7 in that initial upper bracket set, right? We saw K7 pretty much utilize everything that he wanted, but we're going to see how Informed Enigma utilized his tools up against Mist in this set first. The replays will show you clearly how he kind of ran rampant. Of course, Mist off to an early start, but I mean, it really felt like that first round was the only round he had any type of offensive momentum in. You can see the dust is coming out. They were rearing their head left and right, doing mad damage at every turn. We got burst up from Mist, right? He kept trying to utilize these bursts in really low health situations as well. Maybe try to take a look at that in the replays. Maybe either conserve them for the next rounds or try to burst a little bit earlier. However, Informed Enigma, I mean, he made so many correct decisions, and he's been making correct decisions all tournament long, really. He's got to have to make it the best possible decisions in his next match, though, because the one to beat here at the pre-EVO warm-up rounds has been K7. He's been just dominating the PlayStation tournaments, not only in Guilty Gear Strive, he's won plenty of them in MK11 as well. I mean, he is just comfortable in these tournament atmospheres. He has been grinding it out, resulting in top 3 and at least top 8 in pretty much every tournament he's been entering for Guilty Gear Strive. And trust me, he enters tournaments damn near every single day, bro. Like, so it is impressive stuff, and he's gonna be nice and warmed up just because of that, man. Yeah, you should also follow his stream, bro. It's the exact thing you see on the stream right now. It is twitch.tv/K7_showoff. He streams all the time. One of the best Leo players. I recommend all of the Leo army to check him out. There's been a lot of dope Leo players, of course, in NA and beyond as well. Japan's got Tomo, we got Coach Steve, we got all kinds of amazing players. So this is going to be the grand finals, though, right? You can see very high win rates on both of these players. K7 just with one more win, both with only 2 losses. And this is going to be a close one, man. I know the upper bracket was all K7 all day, but Informed Enigma has shown that he's gotten really good adjustments against his opponents once he's been exposed to them for a little while. His name is Informed Enigma, bro. I'm telling you, the more data he has, the more dangerous he becomes. So K7 can take this too lightly despite the dominant performance in the upper bracket finals. Trust me. But I hope everybody is locked and loaded. Oh, my man, Nerd Josh, what's good, bro?
Yo, I'm getting sucked into the internet, man. You know, this rollback's just so good. You know, I had to get one game in. You know, I had to just fit it in. But, you know, here we go. We're going back into the grand finals. We Informed coming in against Show Off. We're going to have one more explosive battle of the beasts here. You know, we've been hearing about a lot of other beasts, but these 2 characters are among them. Trust me, these are some of the strongest beasts out here. So, ooh, I mean, K7?
You know about the intro, baby. We blame the beast, right? We're not going to reflect on ourselves. We're not trying to get introspective around here. We're going to blame these monsters out here swinging for the fences, looking for the haymakers. And we got 2 of the best in the business at that, right? Of course, we've seen the Goriyuki's monster normals. Leo's got good normals as well. I mean, both of these players just, they output damage at will, it seems like.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are putting their will into K7 here. He had like 70% of the vote, and I don't blame them. You know, he's using a beastly character, and he's been sitting on this throne in the grand finals how many times now? So, you know, let's see if his NRS mix-up prowess will take him through this once more.
Yeah, I mean, Leo fit for the throne, right? The second king. He's very used to being in this grand final scenario. So we're going to jump into it once the players are ready. But, I mean, yeah, that back turn stance is so nasty. And, you know, we talk about throws a good bit in this game. Of course, being 2 frames, a significant chunk of damage. They're very powerful. But for Leo, they got that additional thing of actually putting him into back turn as well, right? So that's just another added benefit for K7, and he's real good at mixing in those throws, getting you very afraid of them, and then crossing you up, getting you to flinch. You talk about the NRS mix-up prowess, and he brings it in tenfold to this game.
No, I agree with the low throw mix-up game that he's been providing. This whole tournament has been strong, but not even just that. He'll keep you guessing on his reversal game, and he'll keep you guessing on whether even if it's your turn or not to swing. So, you know, that's why a lot of these cross-ups end up being so free.
Couldn't have put it better myself, man. Here it is, grand finals of the EVO the pre-EVO warm-up rounds for Guilty Gear Strive, the NA version to close out the day. Of course, we've had amazing champions in Asia and EU, and now we're gonna see if K7 takes it over. Informed Enigma can at least force a reset here.
Ooh, taking some time to back off and gets the hit. Nice from Enigma and the block. Okay. Oh, another.
Ooh, unfortunately, it does get opened up there. He hasn't really been able to find many throws on the Berserker Slash, and K7, we talked about it before, right? Whenever he recognizes a weakness, oh my goodness, those backdashes from K7 are nasty. He'll backdash all kinds of nonsense. That is another NRS player prowess that he brings to the table, and you can see calling out the dust with it just to get the full punish. Oh my goodness, overheads on overheads. I know you got a mask on, but that is not protecting your dome, apparently.
Nah, he just sent him about 6 feet, so maybe that's the reason why. Oh, nice. Taking him down with the sword approach. That slash, getting the spin to throw. I like it.
And I really like Enigma, the way he's been combating those fireballs. Has been throwing out his projectile and then command dashing behind it. That actually opened up K7 both the first round and this round. Ooh, big damage just from that first strike and the second strike as well because of that wrist gauge being popped. Wall break right back in there. Informed Enigma responding with a perfect.
Woo. Okay.
Yo, ooh, Beyblade letting the rep again, but yo, the flash kick right back. K7 not looking to get bullied, not looking to surrender any momentum. Yo, wall bounce this man.
Yeah, here come the haymakers. They are just trading blows. Oh,
Ooh,
catches
nice.
the jump.
Yeah, the command dash, we talked about that close as a really good anti-air. I really like that response from K7 right there. We'll get to that in a minute because the blood rage is popped and he's gonna have to weather the storm here.
Ooh.
He actually tried to swing, he let a fireball go, he ended up paying for it. And now we got plus frames in the corner here. Enigma, can he seal this first round out? Ooh, the guard pull, we finally see it brought out in this matchup to combat the air button. So good, K7 right now, so disciplined, but until then, burst out to save this game so far. Oh,
Yep.
he actually risked the jump D, now a burst from Informed Enigma. Still anybody's game at this point.
Oh, no.
Oh,
wow.
no, he actually risked the projectile, but yeah, lots of durability on that heavy slash. I'm not exactly 100% sure how the Nagoriyuki projectile works when it comes to nullifying others, but some of the most durability in the game is coming out from that heavy slash fireball.
I feel like he felt he was just going to dash through it, you know? He was going to commit with the H, and he was like, hey, I could trade with this before it hits me, but he didn't commit.
Yeah, and just to bring up a point before we get too far into this match, we saw in that last round, Informed Enigma actually used the throw or COS, and it caught K7 backdashing, but in response, K7 actually drift RC back to not get punished. That was like super high level. But anyway, Informed Enigma has already wall splatted him, has already taken his burst, and it might be taking this round.
Now, like you said, K7 had been there before, and just like right now, he is not afraid with this much health. What a YRC for the turn, and that was smart. Because with your back that close to the corner, you could be done with Leo with a bar.
Yeah, most definitely. Ooh, yeah, the close S coming out again for big anti-air damage. K7 trying to get close, but paying with his life. You're going to give up a resource whether you like it or not. Gets caught jumping. This is going to be close enough for the cinematic. Oh, yes, not even a worry in Informed Enigma's mind. And yeah, as you mentioned, a tied set just like that.
1-1. And yeah, just like that. Literally. Was that even a minute and a half? I felt like the first round was like kind of you know, normal, but you know, that second round just to the point.
Yeah, that whole
on the board.
That whole match definitely felt like 45 to 60 seconds, bro, for sure. Ooh, already with the guard break, wall splat, and gonna break it with a super. I love that. Make sure you get that frame advantage. Are we going to see the Berserker Slash, the K7 Classic? No! He actually tried to stay in front with the 5K, but he ended up getting thrown. Oh, the backdash on the charge doesn't get, I'm telling you, bro. It ain't an accident. When K7 comes out and calls out single button presses with a backdash, he's one of the only players that does it.
Now he's looking for it. He went for it again.
That was so clean. Of course, the blood pop going to prevent K7 from getting a clean punish there, but trained up. Oh, he responds with the super.
Is it going to hit? No.
No, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think the invincibility is going to last long enough to dodge the fireball.
I was just wondering if the hurt box would protrude enough to get swiped, at least for a high ball, but, you know, got RC'd out. Ooh, we got the pressure early.
Definitely smart stuff from K7, utilizing that meter to make it extra safe. Oh, the charge does finally inform the Enigma, the one that gets cracked open by it. Ooh, but wait a minute. Okay, if he can start throwing the Berserker Slashes consistently, this will be a different set, 100%.
Oh, wow. Right back into the corner. Counter hit jump H. No fear. Dance with him. Let me have this
Burst is
thing.
available here. Oh, actually going to use the YRC before he does that. K7 could have called that out with the parry, but not quite looking forward just yet.
Oh, electric slide. Boogie woogie woogie.
Oh, that was too good. You saw the BRC, and he tried to press one of his big buttons, but K7, a bigger button with that back turn slash, bro. It's deceiving when it comes to his hitbox. It always has been, even in the last game. It can definitely just catch you off guard and blow up whatever button you're pressing. 2-1 lead for K7 here in Grand Finals.
Yeah, that back turn is just so intimidating. And, you know, even if from mid-range is not as intimidating, off a knockdown, we've been seeing the left-right abused all day. So just to back off once and clean up with it, huge play.
Yeah, good stuff to inform Enigma, not getting caught slipping on the charge dust, but does get his feet touched that time.
Oh.
2D coming out. Oh, no, committed to the 6H, and yeah, long recovery frames on that. Lager bomb here. This man K7 is feeling it. You could tell, catches the low, breaks the wall with the super. My goodness.
You saw the finesse on the walk-up low? He knew.
Oh,
Yo.
throw on top of that, bro. Tournament point for K7.
Rinch, he is bum rushing this grand finals. This is ridiculous.
This is what this man does, bro. We expected it from the Leo. He even waited right there to expect the burst from Enigma.
Flash kicking like he smells the pie in the oven, but you got to be careful. You don't want to burn yourself taking it out.
Indeed, indeed. He can't get too overzealous. He can't give Enigma any chance he doesn't earn.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Lager bomb put him down once again. Oh,
It's
and he
hungry.
still baits the burst. My goodness, breaking the wall with the super. You got one more chance, Enigma. It's time to guess for game. He's got frame advantage. What you gonna do about it? Stays in front for the tick throw setup, and K7 show off is your 3 EVO warm-up rounds NA Strive champion.
Yo, again, the king is on the throne. Leo. And, I mean, representing the Lions out there, the king of the jungle. He was scrapping like he was fighting out of a jungle today, but, you know, he definitely showed that he was the one with the crown and knew these fights.
Yeah, that was like seriously so good from K7, and he was the favorite coming into this, right? We talked about it time and time again that he's been having incredible showings pretty much in any tournament he's entered, right? Top 3 often, top 8 at the very least, and here once again this time the full first place. You can crown this man the king that he is. I mean, K7, bro, he's just so phenomenal, and we're gonna see exactly how he took the whole tournament right here with the replays.
Oh, that overhead. You know that's always gonna hurt.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that was one of those times he tried to nullify the projectile, but there's a slight miscalculation there.
Yeah, I like the idea, but it just wasn't enough. Ooh.
And yeah, this is the time he was able to finally make the king bleed, right? This was the W he actually secured here, but K7 really just giving him some false hopes, some false sense of security, because he was able to dash away any and all hopes of the W or even the reset from Informed Enigma. Yeah, you can see this was the super attempt, but the PRC to make sure he didn't even get clipped by that. Well done from K7.
Yeah, like Enigma seemed a lot more prepared for a lot of more instances, but Show Off having more layers to his mix-up and being, you know, taking that recognition of his opponent, stepping up and, you know, putting more obstacles in his way.
Yeah, and then we saw the tick throw to end it right there, got clipped by the 5K and then gets smoked afterwards. I mean, K7, you can see the way it's been broken down. 3-1 in grand finals. Literally the only game anybody took off of him in this top 8 was that one match Informed Enigma got. So before then, he was just a monster in grand finals, a beast, a king, a gorilla, whatever you want to call him. Today, you got to call him champion. K7 showing his dominance once again at these PlayStation tournaments. He does it time and time again, and this is just another W in his pocket. So well done to the boy. You can always catch his stream as well, twitch.tv/K7_showoff. And you can catch all of these as well on twitch.tv/PlayStation. Street Fighter 5, Mortal Kombat 11, Tekken 7. You can see all of those are pre-EVO warm-ups as well, so you can catch those on twitch.tv/EVO at those time and dates as well. You can see Gundam, Skullgirl, Soul Calibur, Blaze Blue Cross Tag, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Under Night. All kinds of dope fighting games are here. Side tournaments, warm-ups, all of it can be found at compete.playstation.com as well. And before I tell you a little bit more about compete.playstation.com, I just want to give shout outs to our victors of all of the regions today. We got Samito, aka Summit, bringing home that title for the chip in Asia. We got Popotino bringing home the title for the Soul in Europe. And then, of course, NA, we just saw K7 bringing it home with Leo. But if you're looking to bring home some titles, you got to go to compete.playstation.com. That's where you can sign up for any and all tournaments. You saw all the fighting games that we got going on right now. BB Tag, Soul Calibur, Skullgirls, Guilty Gear, Street Fighter, whatever you want to play, it's there and it's free to enter. So I implore you to check it out when you get the chance. But Josh, that's it for us today, man. You got any last words for the people?
No, honestly, check out these EVO warm-ups. You know, K7's taken 2, but I know a lot of you are putting so much time week after week. Now is the time to test yourself and, you know, use these tournaments to get in there. You get in this top 8, you get paid no matter what. So you need new stream gear. You need a new joystick, a new controller, or whatever. Enter these tournaments. Get in there. You know, this can help your drive. And, you know, shouts to all the players and everybody. Y'all have been keeping this game so interesting. So I want to thank PlayStation for providing this series. Thank you for EVO for holding it down for all these years. Shouts to you, Ringe, for being godlike and joining us on this journey. And yeah, like Samito, Legend, Papatino getting that with that character switch. I like that. And here we are again, you know, K7, the king. And just honestly, get in the mix, everybody. You know, I've been entering tournaments too, getting salty, but we get better every day. This is how we do it.
Yeah, exactly right. That's a great point as well. You're going to get used to the tournament atmosphere. The tournament experience is going to help you grow as a player. But right now, I'm going to go fiend for some Guilty Gear Strive myself. I got to grow as a player in addition to a commentator. So thank you, Josh, as well for joining me. It was a fun time as always, my man. We'll be back soon. Again, don't go anywhere. Twitch.tv/PlayStation, Twitch.tv/EVO. Tournaments are going to be coming in hot and heavy very soon. Thank you all for joining us once again today. See y'all very soon.
Much love, everybody.
PlayStation